Let's rewind.
Rewind!
Welcome back to ScreenCrush Rewind. I'm your host, Ryan Airy. Just a little bit slow on the button there. Sorry for the delay. Tonight is the night. Marvel Studios is at San Diego Comic-Con. We've got friends there right now letting us know what's going on. We're also following various news feeds, discussing film, etc. And we are covering every reveal, every drop. It's a lot. There's a lot they can talk about tonight. We think they're going to show footage from Doomsday. A leaked trailer description came out a while back. We also think they're going to make some big announcements. I doubt if they release anything online. If they do, we will also be reacting to it. I'm really excited. Let me know how excited you guys are, of course, in the comments. And as always, super chats are appreciated, but not required. But before we go any further, I got to bring on everybody else. We've also got some news we're going to talk about in the next 12 minutes or so that has come out over Comic-Con. I want to hear everybody's opinion on it. First of all, the guy who's always on hold, Mr. Alex Zalbin. What's up, Alex?
Not much. I'm actually on hold with Kevin Feige right now. I'm trying to pitch him on, get this, a Marvel cinematic universe. Not a comic book universe, but one that sort of bridges movies and TV. So hopefully I'm going to get through and we'll see how that goes, you know?
Alex, give us just a second. No one tell him, okay? Okay, Alex, great. Hey. Now, coming up next, speaking of don't tell him, we've got the guy who's trapped in our TV and doesn't know it, so please don't tell him, Mr. Colton Ogburn. Colton, are you having nuggies right now?
Oh, dude, and I also got this snack wrap. I've never had a snack wrap. It is delicious. Yeah,
they're amazing, yeah. I should note that today's video is not being sponsored by McDonald's. It's being sponsored by whatever kind of off-brand McDonald's.
Oh, sorry. I meant I have this generic chicken strip and a tortilla with lettuce and ranch dressing. Yeah.
Lettuce? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Disgusting. And speaking of disgusting, my friend, I don't know. You could have literally said, we could end it with anything. Like, we could have said amazing. I'd be like, speaking of amazing, this next guy has been missing for a while. I don't know if he's been on permanent break or what, but you know him as the guy who's always on break, Mr. Tommy Bechtold. Welcome back, Tommy.
Ryan, if you don't do crack anymore, can I recommend Zyn? I put down the crack rocks and I picked up the Zyn box and my life's been happy. Zyn, it's the nicotine that makes you skinny.
We actually can't advertise nicotine products on here, so we need to say immediately that he's doing a parody of a product
Just
placement.
Joking, everybody.
That is not an ad at all.
Not an ad.
I hope we're not demonetized immediately at the start of this broadcast. Now, we got some stuff to cover. It's okay. He comes on immediately like, guys, you got to try crack. It's incredible.
You did say I was disgusting.
No, not you.
And you know what goes well? You know what goes well with crack? Chicken nuggets.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Chicken nuggets.
I'm smoking it.
And let's just go through a couple of things. At Comic-Con, we got our first actual look at Sadie Sink in this film. She looks like Sadie Sink.
There does.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's Sadie Sink.
I think so, too. But you know what's interesting about this, though, is had they released this image before, we'd be like, well, she's not the villain. I think the whole point of the secrecy was to try to make us think that she was the villain. And clearly, she's Shathra, right?
That's right.
I will say her hair, okay, so we all assumed, she's Jean Grey because she's redheaded. And I always thought, like, okay, well, that's a ridiculous... what's his name? Played Walter White. Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston needs to play Lex Luthor because he's bald. I always thought that was silly. Her hair looks dyed. Like, it's still red, but that's not her natural red.
Yeah, it looks darker.
Yeah, it's like a different thing going there. Yeah.
But at least they didn't have to change her eyebrows. There's a couple other things here. One you guys may not have heard of yet that might get announced tonight. I think we have a scoop on our hands here. But first, let's look at the witches. So they've changed the color of these. At first, we thought it was a lighting color, but this is very definitely, this is from the SDCC mannequin display. And they have definitely changed the costumes. So there's now a green witch, a purple witch, and what might be a gold witch or an orange witch. Are you an orange witch or a purple witch? What do you guys think of that?
Well, I mean, it's pretty clear what they're indicating, right? They've got a mannequin. They've got a second mannequin. It's Mannequin 3. They're announcing Mannequin 3 tonight in the Hall H.
Dude. Oh, and because of the cliffhanger that Mannequin 2 on the move left, yes. believe me, I'm waiting for that mannequin to get out into the world. Kim Cattrall's still out there. She could definitely do this role.
She's out there.
Watch out, everybody.
All I gotta say is if we get Rick Moranis and a Mannequin 3 announcement in the same weekend, I might not be okay.
By the way, I meant to pull this still. The Spaceball cinematic universe looks incredible. Did you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Looks amazing. Garzilla gave us $2 and said, Colton, dude, there's a lettuce parasite going around. So take that nasty, unhealthy lettuce off your wrap.
No.
I was about to tell a story that maybe I encountered that for 24 hours, but I
dear.
pulled through. Yeah. They also have the Doctor Doom armor out. I don't know if we have that. But
Do they? Here it is.
Wow.
And it's got the Captain Marvel symbol on the left and what looks to be a Thor symbol on our right. Audience right. Yeah. What do you guys make of that?
He also has something wrapped around his arm, right? Like a little bandage or...
I wonder if he's in
handkerchief?
mourning, if that's like a little rag, a little like armband for his dead wife.
It belonged to his mother. I think it belonged to his mother.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good. If his origin's the same, I think they might be changing it based on that tapestry, which I don't think is a tribute to Doom and his mom. I think it's a tribute to Doom and I think
it's like a prophecy that those witches weave together or something.
Oh yeah, I mean, if it is 3 witches, they're that's the mother, maiden, crone of it all. A lot of people are saying, well, you got Wanda, you got Sylvie, and you got Clea. If we're thinking that the Doom people are, if they're like characters we already know, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say there are also 3 of the colors of the Infinity Stones. So if there's 3 more of those, that potentially indicates something different. I don't know what it indicates, but something.
We have a video coming out really soon about that, about how Stormbreaker was able to blast through Infinity Stone energy, and that Doom just brushes it aside, which is something that, remember in Infinity War, he's fire and everything at Thor, and Thor, can power through and cut him in the chest. But the other thing is, Daniel RPK said earlier today, and he said this very definitively. This is not a rumor. He said this like he is reporting it. If you guys have heard, that Ryan Gosling is finally confirmed to play Ghost Rider.
Oh,
wow!
In the MCU. I don't know if you guys have heard that yet.
He's doing a Pascal. He's going to get a Star Wars and a Marvel all in like one short period of time. I like that. And by Pascal, I mean Amy Pascal, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
Is it weird that that's the first name that came to mind when you said Pascal? I was like, Amy. Oh, Pedro. Okay, got it.
That recent Kevin Feige interview, he did a press conference alongside her, and it's very. Our friend Mike Mazzella, Doug's attorney, pointed this out to me. She's very awkward sitting next to him because she has, like, I would guess, not much involvement. So it's sort of like, I'm also here when she chimes in.
I'll say this because I agree with what you just said, but God bless her. She's letting Kevin run it, so that's fine by me. I'm glad that she's just letting him do his thing. I won't complain too much.
There was some quote I saw from her on the press tour that was so funny, where they were talking about what the key to Spider-Man movies was, and she was like, you got to think about one movie at a time, right? Just like, what is Spider-Man's journey here? When very famously, she's like, let's do 30 spinoffs of this thing and run it into the ground. So crazy quote.
There was another thing I saw. I don't know how trustworthy this was, where Drew Goddard's Sinister Six movie, some details were coming out about that, and how it would have involved porting all those villains over to the MCU to fight Spider-Man by using Madam Web's powers.
Oh,
I don't think that was the Drew Goddard version. I think the Drew Goddard version was the what they were doing with Andrew, right? And then there was the other.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Not Drew Goddard. The one with Craven and Venom, and that's who they were trying to get together. Yeah, you're right. And Vulture, Morbius. Yeah.
Yeah. Talking about Gosling, I really hope that we get that, because one of my favorite parts of the Ghost Rider movie that Ryan has still not seen, was Sam Elliott plays a former Ghost Rider, and he's like training Nicolas Cage.
Fun. Yeah,
I want Nicolas Cage to come train.
That'd be great.
Ryan Gosling's Ghost Rider. I think that'd be really cool.
If you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that introduced Robbie Reyes as Ghost Rider. But when you see how he got his powers, he got it from an unseen Ghost Rider. Like, he's in an accident, and then Ghost Rider, like, you see his boots.
Yeah, and it was implied it was Johnny Blaze.
Nick,
so he could be playing what, like Danny Ketch, Ryan Gosling.
That'd be fun. Yeah, why not? I'd love that.
You know, it'd be super cool, and I mean this sincerely, is they bring Ryan Gosling out on stage. They don't say why. He's wearing the Drive jacket, and then he turns around and it has Ghost Rider on the back.
Nice. Here he is in the Drive jacket, by the way. See, I know what I'm doing. I got these stills together for you guys. We got just a couple minutes before this starts. Maybe I spoiled this Ryan Gosling thing. I do want to show you guys this because we're going to get busy in a little bit. Every now and then we design a shirt for the merch store that I'm really proud of. But this time we've got an insane number of Spider-Man shirts. We just debuted these yesterday. This is one of my all-time favorites.
Oh my God.
And hopefully this is a series. You know, this is like my favorite scene from my favorite Marvel movie. So this one's kind of personal. And we've been wanting to do the cinema thing for a long time, but then we thought, well, why not put an actual thing on it? So obviously that's depicting Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 2, saving all the people on the train.
He's just a kid.
It's just a kid, like my son's age. And then all the multicultural hands reach out in cinema, which is why we put cinema on it. Links for this are down below.
Ooh,
and we have
that.
Empire State University, yeah. And then technically the shield is not copywritten. It's a gray area, so we can have the Statue of Liberty holding the shield.
Hell yeah.
I think. So different from all the other ESU shirts that are out there. And this one is also from the Raimi movies, Web Shooting 101, Shazam, Fly, etc. And then finally, this is because of the metamorphosis in this movie. And I don't know if a lot of people out there will get this cut or not. I hope there's a scene in the movie like this. But this is the cocoon from the Fly as the spider. So yeah, links for these, I think, are down below. I should actually check and make sure. I'll double check that right now. So while we're waiting on updates, we kind of just breezed through all that news, but I'd really like to hear what you guys think, like, about the Ghost Rider movie. Like, Ryan Gosling, great. Do we think they're still building up to Midnight Suns, or is this going to be how they Trojan horse Blade into it? Give me some theories.
I think it's really smart. I think it's really smart to get someone with the goodwill of Ryan Gosling to top line a Marvel movie, because as we know, like, with the right actor, it doesn't really matter about the popularity of the Marvel character, right? Like, they cast the first round of Avengers so perfectly that we all became Thor fans with Chris Hemsworth, and we became well, Captain America was already, I think, popular enough. I think, this is going to be presumptively coming off of what is going to be a huge Star Wars movie, so Disney is very smart to keep him in the family for the long term. And I also think that it's one of the more fringe titles that they've made a movie about already that I think the fans would actually get excited about. They made two of those Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider movies somehow. And I think, adding someone like Ryan Gosling to the movie, kind of, you can still have the camp of having Nick Cage come in as that mentor role, but then you add someone that can kind of really carry, not to call Nick Cage unheroic, but the gravitas of a hero a little better than maybe the zaniness of Nicolas Cage does. That's my knee-jerk reaction.
And a Ghost Rider movie is a really good idea too, just as long as they keep it small, like keep it a nasty little horror movie. Think about, obviously we don't know how it's going to do, but think about Clayface a little bit. That looks great, but that also looks like you don't have to worry about anything else. You could just watch Clayface and watch a terrible horror movie that looks terrifying. Do the same thing with Ghost Rider, make it happen. And I also like the fact that Marvel is transitioning from their Chris era into their Ryan era. So I hope they can.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, Ryan, this is your shot.
What do you mean my shot? I'm already in.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I'm in Ironheart, baby. My name is listed as a black market arms dealer outside of Chicago. That counts.
I think they have a real opportunity to recreate what they had with that first Avengers movie by having, they could do that with Midnight Suns, have Ghost Rider, have Blade, have whoever else they want to put on that particular
Werewolf by
team.
Night. And
maybe so. And it could be its own separate corner because it's such its own thing, even with what they're dealing with. It's not street level, it's magic and mystic demon shit and hell level stuff. So it's just naturally out in its own corner of the MCU. So I think that'd be fun.
One thing I definitely agree with is that it has to be small. The scene that would break me is if we have to watch Ghost Rider go into hell and it's all CGI and there's demons. It's got to be it could never be this because there's only one of these, but it's got to be like The Crow. You know, like a really straightforward, simple, grounded thing where if it weren't for the guy's skull lighting on fire, then it could just be another vigilante story. I think Ghost Rider is one of like the few marquee Marvel heroes who wasn't created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby or Joe Simon. You know, to me, he's just so iconic. There's one of a kind design. As soon as you see him, you know who he is.
Yeah, and I think he's more well known than people give him credit for being. Like he's one of the more well known like Marvel superheroes. Yeah,
there's a reason Fox made a movie about him so early.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on time. They should be taking the stage right about now.
Are they?
And here it is. Motorcycle can be heard revving up inside Hall H.
Ooh.
Right now, Ryan Gosling's expected to be officially announced as Ghost Rider. So yeah, I guess we're a little bit ahead of the game there. So
look at us.
What? Yay! That's from Daniel RPK, who leaked that earlier. Denzel Washington's also supposed to, I've heard rumors, is going to be there tonight.
Ooh.
So before we really get rolling into the news, which is going to come in any second, you can let us know in the comments, and I want to hear from you guys one at a time. What are your big predictions for tonight? Oh my God, so many super chats already. Holy shit. Thanks, guys. We'll get to you in a little bit.
Well, I just want to go ahead and take the time that I rarely ever do this to pat myself on the back, because not 1 month ago on this very channel did I predict that Comic-Con would have a revving motorcycle engine followed by the announcement of Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. And I would love one of the hardworking editors at ScreenCrush to find that clip, post it to the socials, tag me, tag my dad while you're at it. He's not on social media, but I think for once a little corner of his mouth might perk up in a smile and he'd be proud of me.
I like how much like the MCU's Infinity Saga, Tommy's theme tonight is daddy issues.
That's right.
Who else has a prediction for tonight?
I have a really safe prediction that's no fun at all. I think they're going to bring out a ridiculous amount of the Doomsday cast, probably have some new ones that we don't know about, and just get that big, enormous photo op right at the end of the thing. That'll kind of like seal the deal. It'll be like, oh, this is real. All these people are in the same place. They're not filming in separate sound stages. And yes.
What would be amazing is if they brought the chairs out.
Yes.
On a big like what?
Just like a conveyor belt of chairs with the little
little animal in there. I'd love that.
I want Hugh Jackman, Tobey Maguire walk out on stage.
That would be huge.
If they're in the movie, I think there's no chance in hell they spoil that ahead of time if they didn't announce. And Ryan Reynolds, but Brie Larson, I could see her coming up.
I just feel like
that's that big photo op.
Silly. Like, Spider-Man No Way Home hit 1.9 billion in the midst of a pandemic. I think had Toby and Andrew been in that marketing campaign, like at least the final week before, maybe it could have crossed 2. But then again, the mystery behind it probably helped just as much. So
similarly, in terms of mystery, I just kind of want to pay off to the Latverian witches thing. Like if you're going to set up 3 mysterious Latverian witches at Comic-Con with the costumes, have them come out on stage, do the exact same thing that RDJ did 2 years ago, take off the mask, and it is Sylvie, and it's Agatha, and then it's Wanda, or whoever.
Charlize.
Yeah.
I think Charlize.
She's totally the purple one.
I think so.
Totally the purple one. And she was working for Doom when she came and got Strange.
I think so. And I think because she's from the dark dimension, I think it all kind of makes sense. Like, what is it? Wong warned that spell touches the dark borders between the known and unknown universes. Sounds like Dormammu's dark magic energy. If they want to like add this kind of thing in there, I think, they could even tie it back to Heimdall using dark energy and Infinity War. Go ahead.
Question, don't roast me. Did Sony have a panel at Comic-Con this year? Have they already done the Spider-Man thing? Okay. No. So here's
I have no idea.
Here's my prediction. Maybe we get a little image of some black goo during Comic-Con. That's my bold prediction. First reference to a symbiote suit.
That'd be fun.
Yes.
I think
I said it the way Jenny Slate said it. Symbiote.
Yes. Remember they edited the trailer the second time? Somehow that slipped through the first time. Then afterwards they changed for the second trailer. It was symbiote.
Yes.
I heard it and I thought, oh shit, I've been saying that wrong for years.
Me too.
I just always assume when I read something in a comic, I'm like,
it was Hermione Granger.
Magneto.
It was Hermione Granger all over again for me. I thought she was Hermione when I was 13, and I never lived it down.
Ryan thought,
I thought,
what was it? Juggernaut. Magneto.
Yeah. And then my brother's friend
Namor.
said, Juggernaut, does he have an uncle named Busta? And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't have that issue.
I'm
I
not
had no
sure.
idea what he meant. I'll go check on that for you. That's the kind of kid I was, super naive. Let me throw, do you guys think we're going to get anything X-Men tonight?
Ooh, I hope so.
Maybe a
That's
title.
the one that, okay.
Title
Like maybe have Jake Schreier come out and talk about it a little bit.
Are
A little
they
bit of hype?
Are they live streaming the panel? No.
I don't think so. They typically don't do that. Sometimes they will at Comic-Con, but let me double check and make sure. I'm just going off of Twitter announcements.
I'm trying to think, what did they do with Downey? Because I mean, there
were people filming it. They released it later.
Released it later. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you guys this. Let's get to a couple of super chats real quick while we're waiting on news to come in. Colton, while I'm reading these, can you do me a favor? Just kind of keep an eye on like discussing film on Twitter and some other sources we follow. Angel Man Freddy. Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead. Angel Man Freddy gave us $5 and said, I am thrilled the Fantastic Four will be in the next 2 Avengers movies, but more so, I want a Fantastic Four 2 announcement. Maybe they can something about Colton. That's cool. If there is a Fantastic Four 2, who's the villain? If they announce that.
100% will be a Fantastic Four 2.
Sure. If it's announced, I mean.
Annihilus, probably. Negative Zone.
Yeah.
Do you think they, in the MCU, do Negative Zone as Quantum Realm? You think they kind of tie that all?
I hope not. It's 2 very different places.
I mean, they already have the dimensions thing, right? With the Nor dimension and everything. So it could just be a parallel thing, maybe.
I kind of want to see a movie where they're in the universe, though. I want to see them because they're used to the 1960s. So I'd kind of like to see them actually adjusting to being in the present day in a new universe. And that seems, maybe half and half. I don't know. That's me. Elite Too Low gave us $2 and said, rumor is Moon Knight is coming back soon. I would hope so, man. I liked that show. I think it would have worked better as a movie, but I think Oscar Isaac will show up tonight. Do you think they're going to say, yep, season 2 on its way? He
comes out on stage, takes off the Moon Knight mask, and he's got Apocalypse makeup on.
Oh,
perfect. Same character.
Yeah.
Oh, this is interesting. A Doctor Doom mask and cape have been handed out to all the attendees at the Marvel Studios SDCC panel. That's a lot of masks. I'm jealous of everybody who gets to sit in that room. They look pretty cool.
Are they going to do a Spartacus thing? Everybody stands up and says, I am Doom.
I am Doom.
They might. It's a nice callback to 2 years ago when all the Dooms took the stage. Okay, next super chats.
Rama Tut. I think a good villain would be Rama Tut. Fantastic Four.
You think they should go back and maybe travel back in? But it'd be fun is if they travel back in time, but it's not Rama Tut, but they fight Apocalypse. If they're going to set up X-Men villains and different things. Yeah. I don't know. I think Annihilus, but the problem is all the X-Men villains Reed beat in the first movie. It was like, oh yeah, see that's Diablo and the Wizard and Puppet Master, and they'd go ahead and nab everybody. Which is a shame.
4 villains, yeah.
So I think Alex is right. They have to do Annihilus.
Bring back, who was John Malkovich supposed to play?
Red Ghost.
Red Ghost.
Yeah.
That was funny. He shows up in one shot. Everybody's like, he's old Franklin.
Everybody, my ass. I think you were one of those.
Was I? I don't know. I didn't come up with a theory. I just repeated it. John Steele has been a member for 6 months of ScreenCrush staff. Thank you very much. Enjoy that 50% merch store discount on all the merch that we just showed you guys. We also have 15% off all superhero merch at our merch store running through the beginning of August. And he said, who would we cast as Spider-Gwen in the MCU? You know who I love? On Cobra Kai, she plays Tori, Peyton something.
Peyton List, right?
Peyton List. I like her a lot. I thought she would be in the short list for X-Men characters, but I'm going to steal her for Spider-Gwen. I think she'd be great.
If she wasn't already Kate Bishop, I'd say have Haley Steinfeld do it because she voices the character. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the multiverse, it's possible, and they're variants of each other. Yeah.
I'd like to see her I'd like to see them get to do her really young though, because it's part of the fun of seeing Spider-Gwen in the Spider-Verse. Is she's still a teenager? Malik 6091 gave us $5 and said, could the symbols on Doom's armor imply that he killed or absorbed the powers of Thor and Captain Marvel? It's the running theory. Yeah, I think so. Or the Kree Empire as a whole, because that's not just her symbol, that's the whole Kree. I think I said that in our trailer breakdown.
Isn't it
or in the follow-up?
Isn't that a thing in the comics? Like he has like on his armor, like it's almost like it's kind of like a Mandalorian thing. Like they'll have the symbol, like when Din beat the Mudhorn, he got the Mudhorn thing. Isn't that something Doom does in the comics? Isn't that like a Latvian thing or something?
I don't
not that I know
that specifically.
I don't see it on here.
Sometimes he has like sigils around him.
Yeah. Whoa, who got you that? That's cool.
You did, man. I love this thing. It's not even, I got a couple other Dooms around here too, but they're like stashed. I don't want to get up and I want to give you guys dead air. I do think it's not a coincidence. New Rockstars on their video pointed out the runes on his wrist look like Loki's horns. And I think we've seen runes like that before too. So like if he killed Loki and took his power, that would explain how he can stop Stormbreaker. My thing is, if he took Loki's power, though, I don't know what we're doing this movie for. It seems like he would just be able to do the thing that he wants to do, but maybe he needed to kidnap the kids or something like that. Garzilla gave us $5 and said, my dream, but unrealistic casting for the X-Men would be Christian Bale Magneto. Yes. Don't know how he's so young, but yes. Jude Law or Tobey Maguire as Professor X. I guess we're not going to have a Jan Rog follow-up if it's Jude Law. I don't get Tobey Maguire in that. I don't think he's stuck playing Spider-Man the rest of his life, but as Professor X, I don't think he's got that kind of gravitas.
Did you say you think Bale would be too young to play Magneto?
Well, how do they explain Christian Bale? No, how do they explain how he's a Holocaust survivor? We talked about this when it was Adam Driver. I mean, he's older than Adam Driver, but same question persists, I think.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to cast somebody that's going to be, because God, you'd have to cast like somebody in their 80s or 90s.
Got it. Yeah. So the start to the panel was delayed a little bit. It's now about to start in 1 minute at 8:45. So I'm glad we didn't start super early. This is really cute though. If you guys go on like Instagram right now, people are posting pictures like in the hall where everybody's dressed as Doom. It's super cool to see everybody doing that. Yeah, man. Like I've continuously voiced reservations about this movie just because about Doomsday, because it seems like Dr. Doom is. They haven't built up to this. We haven't had Avengers movies yet. I'm curious how they're going to make this a satisfying character film. But seeing fans get stoked about it, I got really pumped by the trailer. I thought it was great. Maybe they'll pull it off. I don't know. I hope so.
I did see right before we got on a video from somebody on TikTok who had been sleeping out all night with her friends, got in, is right at the front of Hall H. It was like, okay, 5 to 6 hours to go, and then we're ready. And that actually did get me excited, just seeing people that are like,
good for her,
that hyped for that sort of thing. So that's great. And I remember the feeling of being in Hall H, obviously not there right now, but like that's huge. I was there. I don't know if you guys were there when they showed off the Infinity War trailer the first time, but like I was in the room when they showed that, and like legitimately it got me. Like I was almost in tears over that thing, because just everybody screaming and this feeling of like they got it, like they pulled it off, they did it. So it is a special feeling being in the middle of that sea of fans when everybody is in agreement and all wants to see the same thing in the same way. So it's pretty great.
I've never been to SDCC. Yeah, sounds cool.
I went on the strike here. It was great for me because I hate crowds. Colton, you would have liked it too.
Ryan's a scab, confirmed.
Yeah, totally a scab.
Yeah.
For me, the first time I went to a Comic-Con, I was supposed to go to Wizard World when I was a teenager, but my plans with my friends fell through. So my first Comic-Con was New York. And for me, I grew up in a small town where like the only comics we had access to were whatever they had at the pharmacy. That actually shaped a lot of the comics that I collected early on. And I only had one friend in school who collected comics. So that you just didn't know there were that many of us out there, So getting to actually be around my people and go, wow, everyone here is a potential friend. I'd never really, as someone who didn't really give a shit about sports that much growing up, so I never really had that, like I'm in a giant place filled with people I share something with. It is pretty great for those people who are there right now.
Hey, we all have each other.
Yeah,
we're here. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just as good. Intergalactic something something gave us $20 and said, "Y'all the best. Thank you for all the great content."
Aw.
$20, thanks, just to say nice things.
Yeah, thanks, Intergalactic.
That's really nice. I appreciate that. And Jay Robert gave us I'll round up $3 Canadian just to say hi. Just gave us $3 Canadian. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
Pixel
Jay
Ponies
Robert.
gave $5 and said, "Off topic. Wanted to mention in past streams, I think the face in the sky in Fantastic Four is the Watcher, too big to be Galactus, in the same eye shape." Colton, you want to comment on that? Let us.
100% the Watcher. If you don't see it, get out of here, Tommy. Go. How do I take him off? Let me.
He's right here. He's right here. He's watching.
The Watcher.
Well, yeah, there's the Watcher
this
right
must
there.
Be important.
He's watching.
This is a canon event. Owls gave us $10 and said, "Did we see the X-Men cast announced tonight?" They're going to start filming in like a month, right? Like,
right.
Well, I thought so, but now I think that's
really
been delayed or something. So I don't know.
It really depends on how they want to keep this focused, and they'll probably start announcing the X-Men cast while I'm talking about this, but I feel like they want to keep things focused on Doomsday as much as possible with this, just because that's the big bet. That's the big thing coming up. They also have D23 coming up where they can show off a lot of stuff and talk about TV as well. They're probably not going to talk about TV here. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's mostly Doomsday and then one more thing surprise at the end. Or it could be the very typical Marvel panel of like, we're doing a couple of very short mini panels in the middle here where it is leading up to an X-Men cast reveal or something like that. I tend to think the Doomsday thing, given the entire con so far has been geared around Doomsday and every single booth has been counting down to revealing Doomsday goods tomorrow, but now I'm wrong.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Amber Heard has been cast as Jean Grey. No, Herbie has taken the stage at Comic-Con.
There he is. Yeah.
Waving. Yeah.
The practical
He's entertaining
Herbie.
the audience.
Oh, that's awesome. Let's see if I can get that downloaded for us. Let's see here. Just a second.
Look. There it is.
Oh, there. Yeah. Just as good. There he is. We're looking at the same thing. Same tweet.
We're very technical, savvy.
Hey, I made images for tonight that I thought were very nice. Jay Robert gave us $7 Canadian and said, "Just don't stop talking about GR. It's a symphony to my ears," meaning Ghost Rider, I think. I didn't know. I guess Ghost Rider fans just say GR.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, they're going to do another GR movie?
It's GR.
Oh, man. I remember GR2 where I was when I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Gertu? Gertu, yeah. I love Gertu.
Rex Tonowski Lee gave us $5 and said, "Hey, just want to say my dad and I love the show. It's his birthday soon. If he could get a birthday shout out, that would be awesome. His name is Rex." Absolutely.
I don't
Rex.
know about that. I don't think we can do that.
No, come on, let's do it. Can we
1,
not?
2, 3, 4. Happy birthday, Rex.
birthday.
Such a special
Happy birthday,
day.
Rex.
We hope you
Celebrate
celebrate
your birthday
every
and get a
single
Dr.
day.
Doom.
You are so awesome. We really love you so. Happy birthday, Rex. Way to go.
Hey, were you guys waiters at a restaurant where you did that? I don't know where that came from.
I'm
Like
banned.
a
Happy
bunch of
birthday, Rex.
seals.
Jay Robert gave us another $7 Canadian and said, "Centurion should be the villain and Ghost Rider, as he has the potential to be Darth Vader level." I think he meant Darth Vader. Darth Vader is
Ooh, Diedrich Bader.
that's Tommy's nickname in high school. Ha! Oh, there it is.
Hey.
And Jay Robert gave us another $7 Canadian and it just said the same thing twice accidentally, but thank you for that. I'm not deep in Ghost Rider lore. I want to get to this one before we get to the first bit of news here. Keys Reads gave us $20. Thank you so much. Love you guys, but I have to respectfully disagree that Terry Metalis is a good choice to run Vision Quest. Picard Season 3 was pure fan service. The 12 Monkey references took me out of it completely. I haven't seen all of 12 Monkeys, so I didn't get those references. And I don't think you're wrong about Picard Season 3 being fan service, but since so much of Star Trek before that was shitting on the fans, I didn't have a problem with it. I think he's going to be great.
Also,
thank you
12
for your
Monkeys is one of the best shows of all time. So, like, Terry Metalis gets a lifetime pass from me personally. But we'll see.
I got to finish watching that show. There's too many shows. Widow's Bay. Colton, how many episodes in are you?
Oh, so good.
I'm on episode 6. No. I'm on episode 9. I just started episode 9. Yeah.
It is.
But then the baby started crying and he wanted to watch Sesame Street, so I had to turn it off.
Lame.
Yeah.
I'm just refreshing here to look for news. The latest news is Bill Herbie. Ryan Coogler has been spotted at SDCC. This is the only two movies I think they'll talk about that aren't Doomsday. I think will be X-Men, well, now Ghost Rider and Black Panther 3. So that's very exciting. Next super chat. There are so many. You guys are so generous. Thank you so much. Pixel Ponies gave us another $2 and said, I want a Deadpool versus Spider-Man romance.
Versus romance?
Yeah.
I have follow-up questions.
Yeah.
Rumors are they're both going to be in this movie, maybe in the same scene. Who knows? If they don't bring in Toby and Andrew in these movies, then they're wasting a huge opportunity. Frank Nitty Too Gritty, it's a great name, gave us $5 and said, this is the greatest day of, all caps, by the way. This is the greatest day of my life. I need Ghost Rider so bad, and Gosling is a great choice. LFG, I could cry. Ghost Rider has his fans, Tommy. You kind of referenced him as a lower tier character, but
I said fringe, and I meant decorative.
Fringe.
Great show, Fringe.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, terrific show. Once you get
Great
past
festival.
the procedural stuff in season 1, I mean, at season 2, they hit the ground running. After the first 26 episodes, it really hits its stride.
Was George Takei in Fringe?
Yes. No, he wasn't.
He was in Heroes.
Nimoy was. Heroes, by the way, startling. It's on Netflix now. Startling how much that goes downhill after season 1. I remembered it being bad at the time, but my brother just did a rewatch and he was telling me about it. I'm like, yeah, why did you do that? Like, it just, there's nothing worth watching.
Cliff.
They didn't know what to do with
the writer
Siler. Siler was a great villain until they were like, let's humanize him so much that you almost want him to end up being a good guy, which is like, no, don't ever do
And
that.
Peter, because they had to nerf Peter. And they sent, I don't know, man. There were so many things they set up in season 1 that we're not talking about heroes today. World's Worst
Talking about
YouTuber
superheroes.
gave us $5 Australian dollars. Said, first time I've caught a live stream here in Australia. How many times is Colton going to watch Spider-Man and Doomsday? He has a few people to take. How many times are you going to watch those, you think, in the theater?
Probably see Doomsday about 3 times. Maybe Spider-Man twice. Yeah, that's my answer.
That's it.
Okay.
Over under 5 for both?
Yeah, under 5. Yeah, I'm not a big, like, I don't want to, I saw it. I don't want to see it again. Like,
what is the most you guys have ever watched a movie in the theaters?
Oh, I have a good answer for this. My parents are divorced, and they both wanted to see Star Wars: The Force Awakens with me. And by the time I got home to Rochester to watch it with them, I'd already seen it in theaters 3 times. So I watched my 4th and 5th viewing of The Force Awakens in Rochester, New York, around Christmas time of 2015, and then I saw it a 6th time at the Disney El Capitan Theater.
My answer is the same. I was going to say Force Awakens, probably the one I saw the most, and maybe second to that is either Infinity War, or I remember seeing Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End quite a few times one summer.
Yeah, you were a real at World's End head.
Yeah.
This isn't the most times, but the most times I saw a movie in theater in the shortest amount of time was I accidentally saw Love Actually 3 times in one weekend.
Oh, damn.
How'd that happen?
That's a long movie.
So the first time I was like, oh, I kind of want to see this Love Actually movie, but nobody's going to want to see this with me, so I'll just take myself to see Love Actually. And I did.
Right,
the next day,
should.
A couple of friends were like, hey, we're going to go see Love Actually. Do you want to see it? And I was like, yeah, sounds great. Let's go see Love Actually. And then the third day, my now wife, we went on our first date, and we went to the movie theater, and we were like, ooh, what should we see? And everything else was all horror movies. And I was like, oh, I've heard good things about this Love Actually movie.
You're quoting it to her.
So,
Love Actually is all around us. And if we're talking about movies taken in both at theaters and at home, there's a 3.5-minute sequence of the movie Wild Things I've watched 45,000 times.
One of the Matt Dillon scenes, I'm sure.
Yes.
If we're
in the scene,
it is, actually.
If we're doing home viewings, Tommy Boy.
Oh, no.
I've seen that movie.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say The Voyeurs.
Of course,
I'm trying to remember if I saw The Phantom Menace 9 or 7 times. But I'm pretty sure it was 9. No, it was 7 times, because then I saw Attack of the Clones 5 and then Revenge of the Sith 3, which it should have been in the other order. But for a lot of the same reason you guys are saying, like, oh, this person wants to see it with me. Well, I've got to see it at a drive-in. And, you go through every kind of viewing experience you can do. I think I saw, oh God, I saw Rise of Skywalker like 3 or 4 times because people kept wanting to watch it with me. Yeah. And I think the last time I just drank so much soda so I would have excuses to go pee. I mean, I hated the movie so much.
Yeah. And you don't talk to those people anymore, right?
Can't even remember their names. Wiped them, gone, erased.
I'm not a big see a movie more than once in theaters guy, unless like I want to take my nephew to see it or something like that, or my mom. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll go. I think the last movie I saw more than once was Superman.
Oh, I have a piece of paper somewhere around here that I need to digitize where I've kept track of every movie I've seen in the theater and how many times I've seen it. And I haven't updated it in a while, but like I made it when I was in college. So like everything was fresh in my mind. So I've still got like from infancy, like, you know, things my mom and dad told me that we saw. Like I saw Con Air in theaters 3 times, you know?
Wow. Remember when movie tickets looked cool and now they're just like receipts?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. You used to have a little stub. You put them in your scrapbooks. We got a couple more here. Jimmy Ross gave us $2 and said, Ryan rumored, Moon Knight rumored, Midnight Suns. Definitely Midnight. If they're doing, I don't really like the name Midnight Suns for a group, but maybe it's
Marvel
Midnight
Knights.
Suns.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Knights.
Marvel Knights
Call it Marvel Knights. That way Elsa Bloodstone and Agatha can be in it.
Oh, and you got to have Man-Thing in it. You got to have Man-Thing in it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Oh, what a star.
No, I think Man-Thing would be great because he's like your Groot. It's funny because like
yes,
the Avengers
he's your Groot, he's your Hulk.
established a template, and then the Guardians followed it almost exactly. And I think that every group will kind of follow that from
King
now on.
Shark. Yeah, it's that character.
Yeah, man, I love King Shark. Andrew Hubert gave us $5 and said, "Do we think Marvel is back?" I've got a video we're going to do about this soon, but like Marvel's made some mid stuff, but in the past few years, how many things have they released that you would say are just terrible, like just absolute garbage? Secret Invasion, right? That one episode of Moon Knight, or not Moon Knight, that one episode of She-Hulk. You know, like there's one episode of that show that I hate. For the most part, though, I just think that they've been mid because they've been stretched too thin. If you would have taken any of those projects and given them full time and devotion, I do think there's a thing where like they can still bring in a Ryan Coogler and he's gonna really produce, right? But for these indie directors, the system they always had before, where it was indie directors paired with their studio, they just got neglected. And maybe, you know, Nia DaCosta, I think, could have made a really great Captain Marvel movie, but just got caught in the machine at the wrong time.
They come off mid now because we compare them to something that was just perfect, which was the Infinity Saga, which is, if you think about it, kind of bizarre just how perfect the Infinity Saga was. Like that was quite the task. Like Kevin Feige, he could make nothing but just shit movie after shit movie the rest of his life, and he would still be on that Mount Rushmore of movie producers for me for what he was able to pull off with Infinity Saga.
Up there with Walt Disney. And Thor Love and Thunder, I really hate, but mostly as a comic book fan who knows like how great that story could have been, and just how much they undermined it by having Thor pour a beer on his hammer. Fear in Colum gave us $5 and said, trailer when Thor says impossible, it's a misdirect. He's not talking to Steve. He's talking to Doom without the mask because he looks like Tony. I've heard that theory around. Or Loki.
Hard disagree.
I like that. You think it is Steve?
I think it's Steve as well, but I do like the theory I saw that it's Loki masquerading as Steve because he doesn't want the Avengers to kill him. So instead, he
be the first time.
Something. Yeah, exactly.
He's become Steve several times.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
I think they're just ordering. I think they're ordering burgers. And
he wants the impossible.
You think? Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say it's a DoorDash guy who looks like Steve Rogers.
Impossible.
I think the reason that he is saying impossible, I do think he's saying it to Steve, and I think in the in-game encore release, which will, I think, include it's going to include new scenes. I think it's going to include a scene from Doomsday, and I think in Doomsday we're going to revisit moments from in-game. And I think we're going to see a conversation be had because we know that Steve told Bucky what he was going to do because Bucky knew that Steve was planning to stay in the past.
He confirms that to Sam. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think whenever he told Bucky, he may have told Thor as well, like as his other, confidant or whatever, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. And Thor could have told him something like, that's a one-way trip, man, or, something like that. And so then when he does see Steve again, somebody he thought he would, and that would work so well because if we see them have that exchange in Doomsday, and then we get the scene like 20 minutes later of them meeting on the ship. I think that works really well.
Or
Yeah, that
maybe
would be
they'll
awesome.
add a scene in Endgame where Thor beats old Steve to death with his hammer, and that's why he's like, impossible. I killed you. I pulverized you.
Dead, you old fuck. Yeah.
Kevin Feige is on stage. I'm currently remaking the thumbnail with the new image. What should
Kevin
it say?
Feige,
Marvel.
that is the producer at Marvel Studios.
Should it say Marvel SDCC Live?
Yeah.
Does that work? Do we like that for a panel? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And do the middle text like white.
And if you could have a thing.
No, I'm just doing two, man.
Hitting old Steve, and like there's a lot of blood.
Yeah. That'd be good. Yeah. Can you make one of them cry? Like just put like big like tears like coming down their face. Like
I'll use AI. Yeah.
Cool.
Because nothing says good YouTube channel like using copious amounts of AI in your thumbnail. That's exactly.
He's right.
That's what it makes me watch a channel when I see.
Did you guys see that the Odyssey is on track to only make $1 billion? How embarrassing is that?
I know. I saw. Did you see Richard Roper tweeted against a different YouTuber whose name I won't say? It's the funniest tweet I've ever seen because this particular YouTuber is really reaching to say something negative about the Odyssey and about how it's a flop when obviously it's a massive hit.
I think the Odyssey, but that's just me.
That's the kind of discourse we could expect from us here tonight.
What studio made the Odyssey?
Universal.
All right, I want to pitch this. Can I do this video next week? Does Universal have a Nolan problem?
Michael Ashq gave us $3 Canadian and said, just give me Miles Morales and I'm pretty happy. I think we'll get him live action eventually. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if they ever tried to do two at the same time. Because that is the one way Sony could make their something to do with Spider-Man. I think Universe just have it be about Spider-Man. My name is not Dylan. Says very definitively, my name is not Dylan. Don't call this person Dylan. $5 said, hi guys, love your content. What are the chances we see the 2005 F4 cast in Secret Wars? Not bad. I mean, look, I don't like Miles Teller should be in this movie so he can be the Maker. The Maker is one of the best villains ever created in Marvel Comics. Certainly after, in modern times, he is the best villain. He's an evil version of Reed Richards from another universe. Yeah. Incredible villain. And Miles Teller would kill it.
Yeah, I was going to say, it shouldn't just be Miles Teller because, he played Mr. Fantastic. Yes, that's a great fact. But he is a phenomenal actor, and I think he would kill it as the Maker. Yeah.
And honestly, like he was in Top Gun recently, but I don't think since Whiplash, I haven't seen him in anything that really gave him a chance to shine. And the Maker has a lot of that pathos that he has in Whiplash, this like obsession and, single-minded. Of course, his face is covered the whole time, so it's harder to act. Maybe that keeps him from doing it. But the Culture Made channel gave us $10 and said, if Ryan Gosling is any iteration of a Panther, I start a new unaliving spree. Love you guys. I don't think they'll recast Black Panther with Ryan Gosling, but I think we might get a Black Panther recast tonight.
And you don't want it to be Gosling?
He already saved Jazz. I think that, we should probably, leave him be for now. Kyle Reynolds gave us $5, said, give me Long Shot or give me Death. That would be, look, I keep saying Deadpool 3, Mojo, Long Shot, do the whole weird.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Black Mirror?
Yeah. Some of it.
There's an episode of Black Mirror where basically this guy's trapped in an iPhone, basically, and it's all like, woo, images and ads all the time. That's what Mojo World would be if they ever got on screen.
I like the one where the Netflix show is about their life. I like that one.
Today at SDCC, says Kevin Feige, Marvel will mainly be talking about movies. And the first movie they are talking about right now is Avengers Endgame, the re-release. Coming to theaters September 25th. Casablanca would have been way better. I would love if Kevin Feige was like, did you know that many of the extras in Rick's restaurant bar were actually refugees from the Nazis? Fact number 2. Just throwing out IMDb trivia the whole time. He confirms that Endgame will come with an exclusive look at Avengers Doomsday, which is not a surprise. at all.
Oh, I'm seeing the picture here. Yeah, they've got the in-game
Hold it
logo
up to your
up on
camera,
screen.
Colton, so we can see.
Yeah, all right, I got it. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Whoa!
Oh, really?
By the way, this is how we're doing live graphics tonight. Yeah. Next, we've got Frequency gave us $10. You guys are being so generous tonight. Thank you so much. Frequency gave us $10 and said, I love you guys. ScreenCrush is my favorite channel on YouTube. Thanks for all you do. That's very sweet.
Oh, Ghost Rider.
Oh,
Hey!
There
This
it
is so satisfying.
And
Just
as we
announced
talked about
Holly.
earlier, they're probably going to announce this guy.
Ryan Gosling joins the MCU and Marvel Studios Ghost Rider, directed by Sean Levy, only in theaters 2028.
Sean Levy.
Interesting.
There we
and
go.
Wolverine, correct? Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
And
he would have.
Starfighter. Star Wars Starfighter.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes, of course. Yes.
So he's found his muse. That makes sense. I thought they would have tried to keep him on a Deadpool and Wolverine, but maybe, like the next Deadpool movie, because again, Ryan Reynolds likes working with him so much too.
So
And it truly is an age of Ryans.
I don't love Sean Levy as a director, but he is also one of the guys behind Stranger Things and directed a ton of those episodes. So in terms of like big budget, accessible horror, he certainly knows what he's talking about.
Well, Stranger Things season 1 especially, he directed a lot of episodes. Low budget, accessible horror.
Yeah.
So I think there's something to say there. I'm with you on this, Alex, what you said earlier. I would love for them to just keep it. Obviously, the budget for a Ghost Rider movie can't be too small because you can't really set his skull on fire. You have to have visual effects through it. But I would love for it to stay grounded and small and to just have him go after, gangsters and occult members, things like that.
I mean, come on, that's not an expensive effect to do now, like the Ghost Rider skull. So yeah,
Do you guys think that Marvel is pivoting to using AI for all their visual effects, and that's why they fired their whole visual effects department?
Well, didn't they fired the visual development department, right? Not the visual effects department.
Like concept art.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still thousands of people.
But yes, probably still.
Or hundreds at least.
I don't think they're going to like advertise it or try to make it seem like it's a good thing, but yeah.
All those backgrounds in Quantum Mania that made people sleep under their desks at night, that kind of stuff's going to be AI from now on, I think. Which, by the way, you can use AI to like do things like reprogram After Effects, like to just help with coding. It doesn't. It's not all like generated images that burn a ton of water.
Yeah, and I mean it's kicking down the door. Like even on like just different softwares we use, like Final Cut. There's a lot of they're porting just AI tools into Final Cut. So I mean,
yeah.
I know, Ryan, you have that shirt that says it's good as a tool. It's a tool.
Yeah, I know. I use it as a tool. Yeah, no, it's just a tool, guys. Garzilla gave us $2 and said, "What's everybody's ultimate dream announcement?" Let's do real fast. Just real quick around
announcement, like another Wolverine movie.
Great
with Hugh Jackman. Oh, the Howling Commandos with Wolverine. Yeah, Chris Evans and.
Oh, there you go. Okay, great. I love that. All right. Black Panther recast. I like T'Challa.
Agatha all along season 2, but I guess it's a movie since we're just talking about movies.
Great. Hi, Max.
Spider-Man versus Venom.
Finally, dude.
Spider-Man.
Dawn of Justice.
Spider-Man versus Deadpool, but it's a romance.
Oh, yes.
So they showed a sizzle reel, apparently, and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was included in it.
Wow.
Oh, wait.
Now that doesn't...
Like just like a Marvel sizzle reel? Not a... Okay.
Yes. They didn't show footage from Doomsday that he was in, but they are putting him in like at least the history of, which makes sense.
Like probably from No Way Home. It was probably a shot from No Way Home.
No way. I wouldn't surprise if they were doing a retrospective, but we'll wait for news on that. But yep, Ryan Gosling is on the stage as Ghost Rider. There you go. That's been rumored for a long time, and I really like that part for him.
Yeah, but this means... Do you think they're going to have him? He can't also play the new T'Challa if he's playing
Why not? People repeat actor roles in the MCU all the time.
Become Ghost Rider. Maybe that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Wait, Alex, has that happened in the comics? I bet it has.
Everybody's been Ghost Rider at some point.
And everybody's been a Venom, right?
Yeah.
My new dream announcement. Sorry. Gosling is T'Challa. Sweeney is Storm. The Panther movement.
And certain rival YouTube channels rejoice at the news.
Oh my God.
And go bankrupt overnight. A Miracle Corny gave us $5 and said, any chance Anya Taylor-Joy comes back as Magic in Midnight Suns?
I would love that.
Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, Blade, Man-Thing.
She was so good.
She's the best part of that horrible movie. I would love to see that.
I hope she plays somebody. Yeah, especially in the X-Men or even the Midnight Suns. That's kind of, she fits there. She'd fit there really well.
I think she would do it too. She's in Dune 3. I don't think she would necessarily be like, oh, I want to repeat the experience of playing Magic. But if you are going to have her, I think it's only a matter of time before she's in the MCU. And she also, then again, I said the same thing about Emily Blunt. So who knows?
She also strikes me as like super cool. Like in this, some actors are like, treat like a Marvel thing like it's below them, and then you have cool ones who are like, I'm a working actor, of course I'll take the Marvel check, thank you. Yeah.
like John Bernthal reading up on Punisher on set,
Right.
William Lee gave us $2 and said, who would we cast as a teenage Shadow Cat in the MCU? Colton.
Who?
Teenage Shadow Cat in the MCU. Oh no, I read it as Black Cat. Never mind. Who would we cast as Teenage Shadow Cat?
I don't even know. Maybe I'm showing my ignorance here. Who is Shadow Cat?
No. Sorry, I thought it was Black Cat. I read it wrong. I would say probably Ryan Gosling. Honestly, I think he has a lot of the.
I've always looked at him as a young Jewish girl.
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
If not, Pedro Pascal could do it. Max, you're kidding.
Maybe Amy Pascal.
Yes.
Dude, your dog is excited about this Ghost Rider.
He started going nuts like 10 minutes ago, and I've been fighting. There's an ocean of activity below the screen right now that I'm just trying. I'm at war with this dog, just trying to get him to calm down.
Yeah, Sean Levy. I do think Sean Levy's a good choice. I'm worried that Sean Levy's just going to become like the default choice for Marvel when it comes to certain things. I didn't love Free Guy. Or the other one he did with Ryan Reynolds.
He doesn't.
I'm kind of with you. He's not my favorite.
He doesn't really have a visual style, but what he does do is bring things in under budget and under time, and producers love that.
A Sidney Lumet for our age.
I mean, I don't know. So it's not my favorite thing, but like if they are trying to do a Ghost Rider that maybe is a $90 million movie with Ryan Gosling that they've got a short amount of time to do it in, and I don't know if they've set a premiere date or anything like that, but like that's the sort of thing they could turn around between Doomsday and Secret Wars if they really want to. And Sean Levy is the guy to do it.
Did he really direct all? He did Real Steel? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Yeah, the Hugh Jackman movie. Yeah,
he did both of the Night at the Museum movies.
Yep.
Cheaper by the dozen.
Okay, now we're getting to the good ones.
Yeah.
A brand new clip from Spider-Man Brand New Day was shown at SDCC. It includes Spider-Man and Punisher fighting the Hulk. The rumor is that Punisher will get like damage control gear, like maybe an old War Machine suit that was confiscated from Tony Stark. He's Professor Hulk, but beginning to lose it, and Hulk gets hit with a web bomb. Is it an organic web bomb? And are we comfortable with that?
I mean, to each their own, but...
Yeah, sure. It all depends. Just different people go on different websites, I guess.
Websites. Good one, boss.
Oh my God. Here's a great name. This person's given us a super chat before. Egregious Philbin gave us $5. Very good. What role do we think Spider-Man plays in Secret Wars? Also, how/when do you think Miles Morales appears in the MCU? He's been mentioned in the MCU. Aaron Davis said, I have a nephew that lives around here.
I think Spider-Man has a huge role to play in Secret Wars for sure.
I think more than one.
Yeah, I think Toby is a lead in Secret Wars. Maybe that's wishful thinking. But yeah.
No, I think Toby. I think somehow they'll work it out to where. So how like in the Hickman Secret Wars, some people remember, like very few people remember the universe before. That's going to be the fun part of Secret Wars, is if they're adapting that to go, well, who do we want to be the squad that gets everyone together? Like, is it Wolverine? Deadpool would be really fun. And the Spider-Man, if they're not in this movie. The cool thing would be Peter number one's powers have evolved since the last time Peter 2 saw him. So he can be like, oh, you have organic, like your webbing comes out of you too. And he's like, yeah, and I can do this. Web bomb. Just like that. And if you're just joining us, speaking of web bomb, we do have this new t-shirt that shows the different ways web shooting 101. This is one of my favorite shirts we've ever done. It's cinema depicting my favorite moment, probably from any Marvel movie, and Empire State University. And of course, the spider spoof of the fly showing Peter in his cocoon. 15% off all superhero merch through the end of the month. You can find links for those below. I'm sorry, Tommy, go right ahead.
No, can I ask a question with no judgment? Does Spider-Man's organic webs have a different taste and smell based on the food he consumes? Is it like a pineapple situation where he eats
like asparagus?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's bleachy. Now look, here is Ryan.
Hey, not my Ryan. Hashtag not my Ryan.
Red.
Oh, Jesus.
The Russo brothers are already on stage to talk about Avengers Doomsday.
They weren't invited. They just rushed the stage.
Well, they're probably going to bring out a lot of cast, spend the bulk of the panel now talking about Doomsday, and then end it with Black Panther 3, do you think?
Probably. I thought they would have Jake Schreier come out and talk about X-Men. See, do you guys remember what year would this have been? July 2019. So, oh my God, 7 years ago now. After Endgame is when they had the big panel, when they announced all the TV shows and stuff. They won't do that till after Secret Wars, I don't think. So that's 2 years away. I thought we would get.
When you look back on that, kind of disappointing, like to know what would come and kind of what wouldn't, like with Blade and all of that.
Yeah, and we didn't get Scott Derrickson, and obviously Taika Waititi's Thor 4 was probably the worst movie of the saga. I don't have the chart in front of me, but it's definitely my personal least favorite. Thor: Love and Thunder. And I had, maybe because I expected so much, like my expectations for that movie were sky high because I love those Jason Aaron books.
Well, because Ragnarok Ragnarok might be
is my favorite MCU movie.
Yeah, it's up there for me too. Yeah.
But I don't want to get too far into that, but I do think that Taika Waititi doing one rewrite on a pre-existing screenplay was probably a good thing for that movie, because then it had like, here's the plot, here's the Marvel stuff, and then he got to go in and make it fun and give Korg a big role. Whereas I think with Love and Thunder, he wrote the whole thing, so it was fun from the start, and it undermined the jokes because everybody was trying to be funny. The Staz gave us $5 and said, prediction, announcement of a new Star Wars / Avengers crossover written by Patton Oswalt. Honestly, we've all... Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think whatever they can make would be as good as the one that I'm currently filming with my action figures. So I would be disappointed in it no matter what.
Yeah, if they ever do that, I will retire. I will switch.
That's it.
I can't. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, you'll be a Star Trek man from now on.
Of this hour.
I'll return to Candy Factory security guard.
I'm going to start substitute teaching again. Yeah. Unbelievable 16996 gave us $5 and said, how about the Hellfire Club as background villains for the Mutant Saga? How about the Hellfire Club for the mutants in part 1? Let's do it. Yeah. Great villains. 100%. You got the kids versus the old guard. It makes total sense, especially imagine if they're not a school yet. Imagine if they get pulled together by the Hellfire Club.
And you could make it like because they're already establishing, and I know we're going to see somewhat of a reset after Secret Wars, but Feige's also been pretty clear, we're still getting like a direct sequel to Thunderbolts and stuff. So a lot of it's still going to be canon and like a continuation. And with this introduction of Sadie Sink, who's very likely playing Jean Grey, and then you had Miss Marvel, who they're teasing as a mutant, they're introducing the idea that mutants already exist in the current version of the 616 MCU. If you learn that like the Hellfire Club, they could make it to where they were kind of responsible for suppressing that fact and keeping mutants like hidden.
Makes total sense.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, and in case you people watching don't know, the Hellfire Club are basically this elite cabal of rich mutant leaders. Just amazing villains. And they were the villains in First Class, but I don't think it did them much justice. Alex, your prediction is right. We are getting the cast of Avengers Doomsday. Looks like they're putting them on these placards. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
With an X for the X-Men characters, and then A for the Avengers. Yeah, wow, looks like they got all the chairs are there. I prefer them when they were chairs, though. Sorry, go ahead, Colton.
We've got M'Baku, Shuri. There's Ant-Man, Sam, Shang-Chi, Falcon, Namor, Beast. Who is that? Who's in the green? Oh, that's Rebecca Romijn.
Yeah.
Cyclops,
James Marsden,
Sentry, Ghost, and Red Guardian right there.
Yeah, right there. And we'll keep you updated on that as they come through. A lot of super chats, but these are fun to talk about. Yuka Prita gave us $2 and said, when is TommyCon #2 trying to be cool for my mini? Tommy, when is the next TommyCon?
Oh, man. Well, it's been a long time since we've been able to legally hold a TommyCon, but I'm happy to announce that next year, in the same location where they held the first Fyre Fest, TommyCon 2 will be taking place, and it is going to be bigger and badder than you could ever imagine.
Haley Atwell confirmed to return in Avengers Doomsday.
How dare you scoop my TommyCon 2 announcement with bullshit?
She is on stage
Atwell
right now. I know. No,
she, Chris Evans, Downey, and Pedro are on stage. Yeah,
that makes sense.
I'll have that image up in just a second. Yeah,
I mean, especially if we have. Loki showing up at Steve's house and him being like, "Oh, Peggy is out right now," is not as much fun.
It'd be kind of silly. Well, especially if their son is a part of this in some way. Of course, you want her to be in it. Robert Downey Jr. though, that's an interesting. He's wearing a Doom jacket, right? Look at the rune. He's got the Doom runes, the patch on it, which I was about to say he looks like he's going on a yacht trip, but that's the patch that the runes that are on his gauntlet that people think allow him to.
And there's Dr. Doom's on the back of it.
Like on the back of his jacket? Show us, Colton. Cool. I want one. I want one bad. Next up in the super chats, J. Robert Ford gave us 14 Canadian dollars and said, you mentioned Ghost Rider, you get more ScreenCrush Ghost Rider content. Hey, apparently I got to do my Ghost Rider watch for the first time. I don't know. Like we talked about doing this for our next rewatch. We're going to do X-Men 2 next month instead. But like, I just didn't think it'd be interesting to watch me watch a movie for the first time. What am I going to do? Like, wow. Am I going to comment the whole time? But the people love Ghost Rider.
Here's a quote. Downey says, decisions will have to be made. You'll have to be on the side of the good guys, or you'll have to consider the alternative, joining a family of doom.
Well, I think that really is a huge hint about whatever the hell these things mean. The family of doom. I got theories, but I don't want to talk too much. What do you guys think?
Family.
Doom will be, and the Olive Garden colors are green. It all makes sense. Decisions have to be made. Sounds like, obviously, that's the whole point of time runs out and incursions. Do we kill one universe to save or one Earth to save our universe, or let both universes die? The new thing is that he's giving people an ultimatum, to quote another different apocalyptic Marvel storyline. Are you going to join my side or die? And I think that gets to these people and whether or not certain heroes have already chosen to join him. Thoughts?
Yeah, I think those definitely, I mean, if those aren't nameless thugs, they are definitely going to be other characters. And I do think they're probably, it sounds like they're going for a Civil War vibe, right? Like Doom's side or the other side. And he'll probably give them some sort of, maybe he'll tell them about Battleworld. He'll be like, I can only save small bits of these universes. That's only the power I have. So join me, give me your power, back me up, stop everybody else who's trying to stop me, or making the waffly decision of we can save every universe, which I assume is Reed is probably doing that. And instead, hasten the destruction, let me do what I need to do and save what we can.
Well, and Steve as well, probably, Mr. We don't trade lives is probably very much in that camp. I've said before on a previous stream, I think that Namor has cut a deal with Doom to transport Telecon to Battleworld.
Who do you guys think would take that deal? Because I think that premise only really works if somebody betrays at the end.
Well, they've set it up.
One of the heroes turns.
They set it up in No Way Home where Doctor Strange is very in the grand calculus. Their sacrifice is more important. So he's a very calculated guy. He's a very, let's weigh this against this. So I see him joining Doom.
and that's why he's not announced as a cast member yet, because he'll be one of the
Team
people
Doom.
who unmask. I think so.
Yeah.
I 100% think so.
I mean, I could see
Who else do we think would
Magneto
switch?
making a deal with Doom, right? Basically being like, save mutant lives and I will join you.
Offer
100%.
him like a
House of M
Genosha
kind of situation.
What if Johnny Storm turns his back?
I was thinking
Four.
or
thinking that he's the only one that can save the other three because they're too magnanimous, and he's like, I got to break bad, and maybe I can get that cute surfer girl back.
Got to save Franklin.
Maybe Ben is somebody who in the comics more so than the movie, he's like really down about being a rock guy. I don't think he would betray everyone, but there's a part where we were wrong in our breakdown where Johnny's hugging somebody with blonde hair. It's probably Franklin, so there could be something here where we know Reed and Sue wouldn't trade Franklin's life to save the world. They would try to find another way. So in this case, if it's Franklin's life or the universe, would they choose their child? Like they chose their child over Earth before.
Well, and there's a giant explosion happening behind him in that shot as well, where he's holding Franklin. To Magneto, I like the idea of Doom thinking he can sway Magneto, and it looks like he's about to, and then Magneto tells him he can get fucked. That's what I want to happen.
Ryan Reynolds has arrived dressed as Gray Deadpool.
Oh.
And he will officially return as Deadpool in Avengers Doomsday. We're going to show you the screen in just a second of him. I'm shocked they announced it. I really thought they were going to. I'm not surprised, but what do you guys think about this? Do you think he's all through the film? Do you think he's got a special role? What are you looking forward to seeing him do in this film? There he is in the audience.
That's cool.
And why Gray Deadpool? Alex, what's the significance of Gray Deadpool in the comics?
You know, the Gray Deadpool, the only thing that comes to mind is when he was on X-Force, I think in Rick Remender's run, and that was just basically like the all Sharps team, the killer team that went out there and did the things that nobody else could do. So if he is part of like a planet killing team, somehow, I don't know how Deadpool does that, but he is sent out by the X-Men with like Archangel is on that team, Wolverine, etc., to be like, we can't do this, but you can go and kill these planets. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe that's why he's dressed like that.
Discussing Fish just tweeted, Jonathan Majors takes the stage. Kevin Feige was really confused.
I love discussing Fish, man. They've gotten me so many times.
Oh, yeah.
The hierarchy of power in the Daily Wire cinematic universe is changed.
God,
Here's some good news for you guys. Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say, this makes me think that Deadpool must have a bigger role than we might have thought, with them like announcing him as like part of the movie. Yeah.
Remember, there were also rumors that Ryan Reynolds and Robert Downey Jr. were fighting on set, that it was like a really bad dust up between them.
Oh,
you got like basically two people who are used to being the center of attention on set. Yeah. Pedro Pascal says that Doom and Reed have history in Avengers Doomsday. Thank God.
Oh, I'm kidding.
I thought that they would, but I would be so... If this was going to be like a Tony Stark variant from another universe who had nothing to do with Reed Richards, I would have been so upset because, I mean, Alex, you know, like their history in the comics is, you know...
Well, it goes all the way back to Doom's origin. They went to college together, and that's where Doom had the accident, which is crazy. Where Doom had the accident that ruined his face, which he blames Reed for. I don't know if they're necessarily going to go that route, but like, I think that does cement this is definitely the Doom from the Fantastic Four universe, if so.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is good.
Yeah. Trying to make make adjustments to the thumbnail while I'm talking to you guys. I'm too distracted. All right, let's move on. Let's do another super chat here. We got so many. Sensibility gave us $10 and said, "Love you, my fellow nerds." # Comic-Con. Thank you so much. Canwood 5460 gave us $5 and said, "Just saying thanks for sharing your passion and joy for the stuff with all of us. Keep up the great work." And thank you.
Oh, very nice.
Passion, joy. After doing this professionally. Oh, go ahead, Colton. What do you got?
New poster for Doomsday.
Let's see. All right. Oh, that's pretty badass. Let me get that.
It was going to be a head pile. It's not. That's great.
I believe this is Dr. Doom on here in the poster.
I never heard of it.
I don't know.
Like
Ryan seems to be in the poster as well.
Yeah, he does. Ryan,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you
oh my God.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm in the poster.
This is that window theory we were talking about.
Yeah, it's that window theory.
That's insane. How do they do that?
I think I see the Watcher. Did I just take your joke?
No, this is huge. It's now being reported that Tommy Bechtold has 2 slices of leftover cheese pizza he's going to eat after the stream. This is crazy. Oh my God, that's
incredible.
Huge for me.
Incredible.
Wow. Variety
that
picked that up.
Tommy.
Dude, you're on your way.
Yeah. Oh, Deadline just posted it as an exclusive. That's good.
Oh, guys, their source is discussing fish.
Oh, no, they got discussing.
The Hollywood Reporter canned Tommy eating pizza, though. They said it's worse than Superman saying that he is
panned it.
Oh,
panned pizza.
Exactly. Here is, I wish that was intentional. Here is the poster. A better look at it. Whoa. I'm in love. I really, they're not selling the teaser poster yet, which is like my favorite Marvel poster of all time. I gotta tell you guys, I mean, I'm the #1 Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. cynic, but this fucking rocks. This shit is like,
wait,
I mean, that first trailer too. Huh?
Which poster are you wanting that they're not selling yet?
The tapestry one. And this one. I want them both.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, man, that is just incredible. I am like, the Doom is done correct so far. Like just image wise and how badass he is and how in control, even like the morality they're presenting with him, talking about like you have to choose, and he's the perfect villain for this trolley problem that they're doing, where Doom, firmly believes that killing 1 million lives is worth it to save the 10 if he gets to rule the 10, because he would do a better job rolling the ashes than anyone else.
Reed and Doom's rivalry in Avengers Doomsday is confirmed in new footage shown at SDCC. Quote, "Victor, did you do this?" asks Reed. All of you have lived stolen lives, and now you must give them back, says Doom.
All of you have lived stolen lives,
and you must now give them back.
So my first thought is Steve Rogers, who fucked with time by going back and living in the past, probably creating a nexus point, a branching universe that caused problems.
The Fantastic Four tampered. Maybe the natural flow of things was Galactus was supposed to take Franklin.
Or shooting Galactus off in a portal. Maybe when they did that, he didn't just go into space, he went to another universe. Honestly, Tom Holland, with his whole spell and trying to basically disrupting the multiverse for that. The #1 is Doctor Strange. I mean, there have been 4 incursions in Phase 4, and they were all caused by Doctor Strange or his variants. I mean, in any universe, that's the one constant.
Toby's universe, they tampered with what his universe would look like when they saved all of those villains. The X-Men have tampered with their timeline so many times. Yeah. Deadpool saving Vanessa. Yeah.
We got news here, guys. I'm going to put a graphic up on screen. This is pretty cool. Just a second. This is live from the stage. Bear with me just a second. I want to announce this visually. This is not unexpected, but still extremely effing cool. We do finally have confirmation officially that Black Panther 3, directed by Ryan Coogler, is happening. We don't have a date yet. What are you guys? I'm still trying to unpack that Doom quote. We'll circle back to that later. What are your biggest hopes for Black Panther 3? Villain-wise, actor-wise, casting-wise, what do you got? There's so many super chats. I don't know if we'll get to all of them. We might just have to do the super chats that paid more. I'm sorry.
I mean, the big thing that I think we've talked about before is them just going forward with the T'Challa thing. Take T'Challa Jr., age him up significantly to the point where nothing against Shuri or whatever, but he can be Black Panther. You don't have to call him T'Challa Jr. You can just call him T'Challa. And I think that rather elegantly gets around the issues with recasting.
Agreed.
They can both be Black Panther, but Shuri also, I've talked about this before. In the comics, her arc is becoming a sorceress, and it's a really interesting arc. And frankly, like the idea of somebody else playing T'Challa and then this kid feeling like he has to walk in his father's shoes would also mirror what this actor goes through. We have a release date, December 15th, 2028.
Ooh.
So taking that slot for Black Panther 3. Yeah, after Secret Wars.
1 year after.
The film, oh my God, this is actually huge. The film will be shot on larger format celluloid film. Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible. That's actually more shocking than than anything tonight. The reason that's shocking is Coogler wanted to shoot Black Panther on film. Like, from watching the center stuff, he's a huge film nerd. Yeah, and Wakanda Forever. And Marvel said, look, you can't do that because we have this whole system in place, right? Where as soon as they shoot things, it automatically goes to the different teams who start to render things in real time and their review process. Like it's a whole machine they built. Dude, this is Sinners.
This is big.
This is from his Sway.
Yeah.
We got it. We got a new Black Panther, guys. We got a new Black Panther. Holy shit. They are announcing so much stuff.
Great news for Rochester, New York, and Kodak Film. We get one more movie at least. That is huge, actually, for us. We're all riding high off the Odyssey right now, and it appears as though we'll have another marquee moment to celebrate here in the Flower City.
I think I didn't know there was a connection there. I didn't know it was called the Flower. I'm learning so much about Rochester tonight. This is a magical night for me. So the whole thing with I think Sinners was such a big hit because of all these different formats, and I think because of that, he got the what's the word I'm looking for? Sway to say, no, we're doing this on film. Swagger, thank you.
The other, is there more news?
Alex, I got to announce that. Yeah, very big. David Johnson has been cast as T'Challa's son in Black Panther 3. He was the android in Romulus, right?
Yes, and he's fantastic.
He was so good in that.
He was also on Industry, where they kind of underused on HBO, where they underused him a little bit, but he was also excellent on that as well. And oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. There's this rom-com on Hulu that he's in, which is so good. I'm going to look up the name because everybody should go watch that before anything else. He's great.
Well, and confirmation here that he's playing the son, so we're not doing like a recast T'Challa like variant type thing. They're going to have the son.
Just to shout out two more things from him. Sorry, Rye Lane. Oh, no. Rye Lane is the name of the rom-com. Everybody watch it. It's amazing. But the other thing that he was in that he was great in is The Long Walk that came out, the Stephen King.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic in The Long Walk.
That's great.
And there he is with Letitia Wright. A lot of people might be wondering how he aged up so fast, but we talked the other day about how Feige said it's going to be a timeline that's been sort of streamlined and redone. And you're talking about time and people disappearing in time and pockets and how space, everybody's aging at different speeds, because of the relativity. Like there's a lot of ways he could be a lot older. That's just great news. I'm so happy to hear that. That's fantastic.
God, that film news, that is insane because that is not done. That is not done. Like the last Marvel movie to be shot on film was what, in phase 1? I think
it had to have been, but I don't know what
Thor. The other thing,
maybe Iron Man 2.
Too card before the horse here or anything like that, but given that they've just launched this fake Infinity Vision format, I'm sure that Coogler is aiming for IMAX 70mm film, putting that. So I gotta wonder if like Infinity Vision comes out for Doomsday, Secret Wars goes away, and then by the time we get to Black Panther 3, it's like, check it out, IMAX 70mm, the actual format. But we'll see.
I think they're looking at the success of Sinners and Nolan's films and these large format things and Dune and saying, yeah, there's a market there and they don't want to get left behind. Let's get to some live streams here while we're looking for more news. I don't know how to say it. Shrompe gave us €5
live streams
and said, any thoughts on Monica Rambeau coming back and helping the X-Men from their side to find an incursion and help mediate? Colton, you pointed out that there's an explosion under the stairs, and that explosion is the same one we see in Apocalypse, and the X-Men's like tunnels are down below. Yes. Last place we saw Monica Rambeau. So I think that could be her blasting up.
She's got to be in the movie. I mean,
100%.
Yeah, she was 100%. Down there with Beast. It's the same Beast. It's the same. Yeah, 100% she's in the movie. Why they aren't saying she's in the movie. I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna jump out of their seat when Monica Rambeau appears.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. From Mad Men. I know her.
Yeah.
It's Tiana Paris. Well, yeah, wait. She's going to mediate just like, guys, she's going to mediate like she did in WandaVision. Be quiet. She's mediating. Your friends are like, why are you talking? We're all quiet. We're watching.
Be quiet.
No one is
Robert
talking.
Ford gave us $3 Canadian and said, I'm okay with going bankrupt. Just keep talking. Ghost Rider. Monkey Chow gave us $10 and said, thanks for covering streaming this panel and having my faded shirt in stock. You're welcome. Any announcements y'all can think of that would shock you tonight? Got a big one about the film. I would have never guessed that.
I don't know. I mean, it never crossed my mind that Coogler would actually like be able to get them to do it. But I mean, after the success of Sinners, I mean, yeah, you kind of get some swanging, some swang, if you know what I mean, some swang and swang.
Yeah.
Feige is always chasing that too, right? Like, obviously it didn't quite work out, but I remember with Eternals, him being so over the moon that Chloe Zhao filmed in real locations, and he was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Natural light.
Yeah, and Ryan Coogler maybe is the person that can actually pull that off in a way where it also hits critically and box office wise.
I think this shows that, look, if you ask the like average moviegoer, the normie, the people who are actually out doing something right now instead of watching our stream, I love you guys, but you know, here we all are. If you ask the average moviegoer, they're not going to talk about, you know, the color grading and the difference between digital and film look and all that, but they still know it. They still get it. They know that when they've been going to the movies recently, they're not noticing really any difference at all between what they're watching at the movie theater and spent $25 just for themselves to get in and what they're watching at home. So I think Feige is realizing that we have to make these movies an experience, because that's what they are. We have to make it look and feel like this larger than life thing. And while the average moviegoer might not be able to say like, oh yeah, they need to shoot it on film, they still can see the, I guess, like the spectacle of it would be the right word. So I'm really excited for that.
The other thing that makes me think of is I thought he was going to go in crazy like intergalactic Empire of Wakanda directions with this film to just sort of amp it up off the last one.
He might.
Well, he might, but I wonder if going the film direction is like getting into more of a grittier street level Black Panther, which is something that
maybe they'll go to
Priest did back in the day. Yeah, he could go to Africa and shoot there.
And the Priest books, he was basically exiled from Wakanda and had to be in New York.
I want the original plan for Wakanda Forever. I want M'Baku to take him on his journey or whatever through the woods to become a Black Panther, and then like while they're gone, Wakanda gets attacked or something. Yeah.
So guys, we've got, I mean, more than 20 super chats right now. We're not going to get to all of them. We're not going to do the ones that are under $5, and we'll see even about the $5 ones. So sorry about that. We try to get
to a rapid fire.
Yeah, let's get through a few. Colton, just do me a favor. Keep watching the news for me real quick and cut in when we have to. I don't want to I really don't like discounting people, but Spider-Man said Nim Raps watched Endgame in theaters 103 times. That's a sickness. Garzilla gave us $5 and said, I watched the movie Men like 3 times and thought it was just great. And I took a girl I like to see it. Let's just say I have been ghosted since. And let's see. I saw Con Air 3 times in the theater. J. Robert Ford gave us $7 Canadian. Said every time we mention or post Robbie Reyes, I want a refund. I'll look over his mention in this post. A lot of people don't like Robbie. Let's see. J. Robert Ford gave us another $7 Canadian. Said, I'm a Ghost Rider #1 fan. I used to run a fan site in early internet days and got mentioned in Wizard Magazine. Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider all the way. That's awesome, man. Getting mentioned in Wizard Magazine was like one of my life goals at one point. Alex, were you
Wizard
Magazine?
I was not mentioned in Wizard Magazine, so shouts out to what?
You would be today.
I would be.
Actually, I was in Wizard Magazine. I went missing for a while. My parents put an ad in there saying, have you seen this?
It was either that or milk. That was the 2 ways of finding kids.
That's
Wolf
right.
Tab gave us $10. Said, great job, guys. I, for one, think that Thor is saying impossible to Loki. How amazing is their reunion going to be? Got my tissues ready. Scratches for Doug. Yeah, I mean, they can't just leave them hanging.
Oh, crying. You're crying.
Wet blast.
Squeeze, and then appropriately, the next super chat is from Squeeze Me 666 for $5. Ryan and other fellow nerds Do you think Doomsday or Secret Wars will bring back Thanos like in the comics? Yes, I think Thanos is back. 100%. This message was redacted, but it's from somebody who gave us Sour and TV, gave us $10. Thank you so much. Brain Rot Movie Talk gave us $2 and said Impossible Doom looked like Tony. Thanks, you guys are great. Jake Whirl gave us $2, said Colton with his phone. Now this is Infinity Vision because you're showing up to the camera. That's incredible. That's great. Dog for Life gave us $5 and said, is Doom the most threatening villain, past, present, future? Is there a far greater threat in the future? Thoughts? I mean, there's bigger cosmic threats, but as far as like a threat who's a character and not just like an entity that we're scared of, Doom, I think, is top of the mountain.
I mean, he's the biggest until the next one, I guess.
I mean, he's more interesting than Thanos in the comics. They did a great job making Thanos more interesting and giving him a more relatable motivation than I like.
Do you guys want to hear? This is David Johnson speaking.
Sure.
I want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you to this amazing family that I have the honor and the privilege and the blessing.
Oh, he's a bread. I didn't know he was a bread. I don't like it anymore.
Nah, terrible casting. That alien bot gave us $5 and said, being an aging nerd, I really appreciate the content. Makes me feel less silly for liking comic books. Lol. Dude, right there with you. I got to sit down today and just do nothing but read Ronin. Not Frank Miller Ronin, but Ninja Turtles for fun, and just read comics. They make you big.
Don't ever feel silly. All these other people watch all these grown men run around and tackle each other and play with balls.
Like playing with balls, like what 3-year-olds play with.
And listen, you can like both, and that's totally fine. But at the end of the day,
I like sports ball.
No, the only thing you should be embarrassed of is watching the local news. If you watch local news, you're adorable for you.
Even worse if you work for the local news. Dipshit Savant gave us $5 and said Ryan Gosling will be great as Ghost Rider. Would love to see Nick Cage, my favorite actor, come back one more time in the role. Love you guys. It'd be fun to see him. Robert Ford, the coward who shot who shot Jesse James, gave us 28 Canadian dollars and said, here's a Ghost Rider celebratory movie gift. We didn't cast him, but thank you so much. You Caprita gave us $2, said, what's Tommy's dog's name?
My dog's name is Max. Maxwell Spud, my best bud.
And then there you go. Max is a good boy. Lady Aora gave us $5 Canadian, said, my theory is that Denzel isn't T'Challa, but a Kang recast. He would be good in both, but I would love to see him as Kang. I'm Maxie.
Yeah, I wanted him as Kang. But I don't think so. I don't think
not to show up and die.
He's playing like a Wakandan elder or something.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. There are villains.
Just eat shit.
Yeah, he just dove off the couch on the table. He was being very cute too. He was like posing because I kept saying his name.
I'm sorry. Maybe he'll play Kang. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Max. Listen, I hate to say this. Max loves Jonathan Majors, and it's really problematic in our house. And we talk about it all the time. His two favorite actors are Jonathan Majors and Bill Cosby, and we just don't know what to do with that. We don't know what to do with it.
Okay, the panel is over, but we are going to have some interview quotes from the cast and filmmakers of Avengers Doomsday, so we might be getting some more tidbits. And I want to circle back in a little bit to some of the theories that are related to Doom saying that you have lived on borrowed time. You've lived borrowed lives. Yeah. So let's talk to a few more super chats first. Tolga gave us $10 and said, came in late. Lots of love from Mongolia. What if Sadie Sink is playing a dream-walking Latvian witch, Wanda scouting ahead for Doom for an attack, or just her soul trying to find her sons? I doubt it.
I doubt it, but I do love that. That's a fun theory. That is a very fun theory, but
I'd rather Vision and her sons are trying to find her. I think that would be cool.
I think after Vision Quest, we'll have to see, but I definitely think that'll happen. I'm a little surprised we didn't get Daredevil anything, but I think you're right, Alex. They're saving this for D23, which will probably be live streaming for that too. Saggy Bear, which is a great name, 2506, gave us $5. I was shocked how Thor 2 connected to Infinity War and Endgame. What film would you... Oh, this is a great question. What film would surprise connect to Doomsday and Secret Wars?
like we'd be surprised to learn that.
The like Eternals, for example, would probably be the one they picked, but I think that's mine too. Like if they went hard, and Cersei's an important character in it.
I think given the Clea smoke, Doctor Strange 2 Multiverse of Madness could connect way more than we are thinking, because there could also be some Wanda-ness of it all.
Yep.
I think the Marvels will be important for Doomsday.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to read this quote?
Yeah, go for it.
From the footage. Reed says, "Victor, did you do this?" And Doom responds, "All of you have lived stolen lives, and now you must give them back."
Before we answer, Tulga gave us $2 and said, "This is just a shout back to a call back to something else." Obligatory Golden Globes and Good Genes comment. Smiley face. Thank you for that. And Angel Man Freddy gave us $5 and said, "Sean Levy knows how to do a great fight scene in action, a perfect fit for Ghost Rider." A lot of love for Ghost Rider today. Back to that quote. Who else could be living on borrowed time? Yeah.
So in the quote, though, he's saying it directly to Reed. Is that? I mean,
he's responding. He's responding to. Well, it says Reed and Doom's rivalry in Doomsday is confirmed in new footage shown at SDCC, and then it's that exchange. And that's the only descriptor of the footage we got. That's on Discussing Film. Let me check some other. Maybe somebody describes like what was shown.
Yeah, maybe we have a little bit more there. Mooney Cat gave us $10 and said, "I don't think Doug is going to be too happy about Tommy's dog moving in on his territory. But out of curiosity, does his dog talk too? And what does his dog's voice sound like?"
Oh, Max, do you talk? Where are you? Do you talk? You talk?
And
I don't talk.
Let's see. Justin Cornwall wants to know where Doug is. Doug is currently being held somewhere outside of the city of St. Louis. I might bring him on here in a second.
Max went outside.
Mama.
He smells awful. I'm sorry to say. I have to report. If anyone thinks Max is cute, you can't smell him right now. He's wet. He stinks.
He needs a bath. Good boy. Hassle Mama gave us $10 and said, "My theory is that Tom gets smacked by Doom at the end of Doomsday and the symbiote heals him. Toby warns him in Secret Wars, and on his deathbed makes Tom promise to take it off. Venom returns for Spidey 5. I think we'll see the Black Symbiote in Secret Wars for sure. That's a little too complex, but it's a fun theory as well.
Are we going to see the Black Symbiote, or are we going to see Venom? Like, will we see Tom Hardy as Venom potentially?
No. I doubt it. I don't think, even with the multiverse stuff, I don't think they're going to go near any property they don't own, because they drew such
We'll see Morbius.
Well, maybe, yeah. I think Feige's trying to get the rights to Morbius back from Sony because their movie was so good.
Yes.
No, I think they definitely want to draw that line as firm as possible. Like, no. Grub Killer gave us $10 and said, "Doomsday Secret Wars theory. Do you think that an incursion in the Fantastic Four universe could have caused the damage to Doom's face and specifically fused Tony's face onto Doom? And that's why he's Robert Downey Jr." You had me until fusing. You mean like take his face off? You had me until that. I definitely think an incursion happens in their universe. Or something
scars his face, like a planet hits him in the face or something.
Well, I don't know, like some kind of shit happens.
You throw another moon at me and I'm gonna lose it.
There's all these parallels between these characters that make total sense. Nikki Sahil gave us $5 Canadian and said, "Curious what our take is on getting Ghost Rider in the MCU. We're excited about it." Brian Rott Movie Talk gave us $2 and said, "Could Encore show mutants caused by Hulk and Thanos' snap? I've always thought that would make sense if that triggered everything. It's a great theory." Bantha Breeder gave us $2, said, "I'd hear there's fire down the street from SDCC. First I've heard of it." Cast Anya Taylor-Joy as Felicia Hardy Black Cat. Great casting. H. Fuchs said, "Family of Doom, Fast and Furious MCU crossover." Why not? Why not? And Pepper Potts is a Latvian witch for $5 from October Forever Films. I'd be interested to see if she was in Secret Wars, but I don't think Doom having Tony's face would affect much. Zara Christina just gave us $5. Thank you. Actually, they redacted the message. So I think that was still a Meerkat Cornali gave us $5. Said Magneto joins Doom, Fassbender, Magneto ruling in Battle World. That'd be interesting. I like that. Magneto joins Doom, and as a reward, he de-ages him and gives him House of M to rule, and that would bring in Fassbender as the young version of him. And then those guys get their goodbye as well.
And then he could be, if they wanted to, the Magneto going forward, and he'd still have the Holocaust history. And yeah.
That's the only way to do it. If they had Fassbender any other way, but if it's from a merged universe, then I could see them keeping that cast. Slade Johnson gave us $5, said, what about a Jean Famke version being with Doom? Not likely, but a cool idea. She recently at a convention criticized this and said, yeah, I should have been in the movie. Either she's acting, which she does for a living. I always thought, well, she's not in it because as soon as you bring the Phoenix into it, it's the Phoenix, right?
She's the gold witch. The orange witch, man. Or whatever. Yeah.
Ooh. She could totally be the, no, that would be dope. I would love to see
the witch.
That. Yeah. Let's call it. I love,
I didn't even
Slade
think
Johnson.
Yeah.
You just gave us a theory video that we're going to make.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Johnny Deep gave us $10. Colton, write that down. What are the odds we get some variants in Doomsday Secret Wars who won't actually return? A la Jim from The Office's Reed Richards. I love Michael B. Jordan as Black Panther, which is great. A Denzel Professor X or a Carl Urban Nick Fury.
You know who I get confused is the variant of Mr. Fantastic from Multiverse of Madness and the agent from WandaVision and Ant-Man and the Wasp. I get those characters confused all the time.
They're the same actor.
I think so.
Yeah, it's the same actor.
Yeah, he's in, yeah. They're probably both, just the parts are interchangeable. Just have the same guy play them both.
That was an Office reference.
British Office.
I was going to say Daniel Craig was supposed to play Balder the Brave in Multiverse of Madness. So that would be kind of fun to see. Can you
Benoit Blanc in Secret Wars.
I heard Tony Soprano's in Secret Wars.
Have his kid play him. The One Who Knocks gave us $5. Great name. Said, can y'all finish this fun analogy for the ScreenCrush crew? Tommy breaking the mold Bechtold is to ScreenCrush as Ryan Airy is to... That's an awful stretch for us to do so fast.
What is the
Tommy breaking the mold Bechtold is to ScreenCrush as Ryan Airy is to... I'm under so much pressure. I don't know what to say. One time I applied for a job at Marvel as a digital editor for their YouTube channel. I didn't even get an interview. That little tidbit has now distracted us significantly, so I can move on to Tommy Khan from Yoku Prita. Gave us $10. Said Tommy Khan 2 Electric Boogaloo. We got the ScreenCrush Real Rejects, the English guy, Spoilers Channel dude, and the best of all, the Big Bang Head Gang, Guardians of the Galaxy, the event we've been waiting for. That'd be kind of fun. If we all get a meetup.
I will say this with stern warning. We did Tomicon 1 and the company went downhill so fast they had to lay off half of the workforce. So Tomicon 2, tread lightly is all I'll say.
Well, and also what happened to that kid? That was,
Maybe we could Trojan horse you in a competitor's channel, have you go work at Heavy Spoilers, do a Tomicon.
As long as I'm guarded by Elliot Page, that's fine. If Elliot will guard me, then I will hide in the horse.
Okay.
That's my terms.
Hide in the horse.
Coming up to the end of the line on these super chats, guys. This has been fun talking to everyone, but we got like 10 or 12 more, so we're not quite there yet. Totally Aaron gave us $2. Said every line Doom has is pure aura. Brain Rot Movie Talk, $2. Stolen Lives, Adoption Theory. Let's fucking go. There's your adoption theory, Colton, that he's actually a Tony Stark variant. Fred WW3 give us $5 for the ultimate fourth wall break. Deadpool shatters the screen. And finally, sorry, the rest of this glitched out. I can't read it. Sorry about that. Raul Gonzalez gave us $2 and said, I just joined. Can you please do a 60-second rundown? Yeah, we've been talking about the Marvel. We've basically been looking at Discussing Film and talking about what they discuss on Discussing Film. And Rushiford gave us $5 and said, how can I get Colton solo? Is it a channel 3 or input? P.S. Cute. Love Alex's knowledge and addition. We love having you on here too, Alex.
I agree.
And
thank God
it's
for
not
Alex.
what you're talking about, but Colton does have his own YouTube channel, which is great. Scaro Command gave us $5 and said, after Vision Quest, what role do you think Vision will play in Doomsday Secret Wars? Do you think he'll be back for long? I think Paul Bettany loves a paycheck. You guys think Vision will be back much?
Yeah, I think everybody's going to be back in Secret Wars, right? Like literally everybody's going to be back. And then beyond that, they'll kind of maybe, hopefully take a more careful approach to everything and figure out, okay, what do we actually want to do rather than getting ahead of ourselves? But we'll see. I
think he and Wanda get to retire. I think they're going to give them the happy ending for sure. The Everton, the real Everton just became ScreenCrush staff member. Thanks so much. Enjoy that 50% store discount. Garzilla been here all night with us. Thank you. Gave us $10 and said, I was hoping we'd get something for Secret Wars. Do you guys think we're still on track to get that movie in 2027? Yes. I don't think they'll announce anything about it until after Doomsday.
They're supposed to start shooting in August, right? So yes, we'll probably when is D23? Is that next month?
August 10th through 13th, I believe.
Okay, so yeah, maybe we'll get some sort of casting announcements about it then.
I don't think till after Doomsday.
Yeah.
So there's not really an event. CinemaCon maybe.
I
or
don't
more
think,
chairs.
I don't think Secret Wars is going to be delayed, but I would not be shocked if it were. Like if that were announced, I would be like, oh my god, like that's a big ass movie, and they're still very much so working on Doomsday. So
maybe to May, that would make sense because Avengers movies in May. Yeah. But I mean, not that they can't push this back, but we actually got a release date for Black Panther, which is cool.
Right.
Juice Lewis gave us $5 instead of Doom and Steve are from the Fantastic Four universe. Interesting. Could they have crossed paths?
If who?
We did say in our breakdown video, because there's rumors about this too, that the reason Steve has long hair and shit is because he's been living in the Fantastic Four universe, which is now in the late 60s.
Yes.
And he's riding a motorcycle and shit. So if they're both from there, they could have crossed paths.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's active as Captain America in that universe.
No, because he doesn't have to be.
Right.
That's the perfect place for him to be.
Why it's the perfect universe. Yeah. So he doesn't feel that responsibility all the time. Again, one thing this movie I think is really going to do is explain the unexplained things in Endgame because it's a direct sequel. And that'll kind of make it a little more, that'll ease us into, okay, the multiverse saga matters kind of thing.
That's kind of fun though. If like when he went back in time, he had to find an era where he could age appropriately, so he had to go somewhere that was like early 50s, and that was or like mid 50s. That was the Fantastic Four universe, and then 7 years later is when we got the first Fantastic Four movie, which was like early 60s. I like that. I didn't add anything with that comment, but I wanted everyone to know that I like that. I like that a lot. That makes me feel
well,
good.
And I do like the idea. I mean, it definitely addresses the frequent fan criticisms of if Steve was around all this time, why was he not getting involved in stopping every?
Why did 9/11 happen?
Well, which, I mean, Ryan, you and I have talked about this a lot. The Russos were really clear. He did not live his life in that universe, but then like McFeely is like, the writer of the movie was like, oh, he did. And so fans argue about it. But
but the Russo brothers kind of have final say to the directors.
Yeah, I think they just came up with a solution for that because everybody was confused and they clearly didn't know what was going on. So if you shut them to this universe where the Fantastic Four solved every problem, that's great.
And I'm still team Joe Biden, Steve Rogers, that we see at the end of Endgame. He has lived Doomsday. He's lived Secret Wars. I think he's already, he
might have. The only problem there is if it's a new universe at the end, if it's like Secret Wars ends and the universe is rebooted, then how did that Steve show up in a universe that no longer exists? Like it's a very weird timey-wimey kind of ball of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Squeeze me. I think the solution is going to be like in Austin Powers 2 when they look at the camera and say, just don't worry about it.
Well, because in order for that new universe to exist, that still had to happen.
Sure. Retro causality, absolutely. Squeeze Me 666 gave us $20 and said, "You guys think we'll see Thanos be resurrected in Doomsday or Secret Wars like in the comics? T'Challa's sister probably using an Infinity Gauntlet, since T'Challa isn't going to be in either film." Calling back to things very specific, Alex, that happened in the comments. The comics. I don't think they'll go quite that literal with the adaptation.
Yeah. I mean, people keep calling up this one panel from Secret Wars where Doom rips out Thanos' spine, and I kind of think we will get something like that at some points, just because it is such a iconic, insane image.
And it's in the light show.
Yeah.
In the light show.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in that Doomsday light show. There's a little frame.
Which might be the best indication that it doesn't happen. But I would love to see it happen, man. It's awesome. It's very, very brutal to put in a Marvel movie, though. Like, that's a rated R moment, unless you show a silhouette of it or something. Slade Johnson gave us $5, said, "What if after Doom kills certain people like Loki, he has the ability to change his appearance, and then he takes the face of Tony Stark?" I think he just looks like Tony Stark. I don't know. There might be a reason why he does, but I don't think they're going to overcomplicate
Tony is a Von Doom. I'm sticking by it. I've been
Zach
saying it for
Vincent
2
gave
years.
us 10. I'm going to mute your mic. How do I mute your mic? Zach Vincent gave us $10 and said 828 Doom. Do the runes around the window in the trailer show that Doom uses chaos magic to dreamwalk into his variant, dead Tony Stark? Doctor Strange is in front of a similar window when he dreamwalks in Multiverse of Madness. I don't know if the window matters that much. Dreamwalking is a fun theory, though.
There were the theories early on that when he was asked that, because he has the scarred face when he dies, and if they are variants, he could dreamwalk into his variant self, which is this Tony Stark variant, and he could put on like some old Iron Man armor, and that would have been cool. But
it's pretty complicated, though, man.
That's a big.
Yeah, it's also
Alex. What do you think?
Well, if you, I don't know if this is exactly what we're saying, but if you do any sort of thing where Doom is dreamwalking into Tony Stark during the events of Endgame, I think that really takes away from Endgame, because then is that not what you're saying?
No, I think it's after he's dead, kind of like how Strange goes into his dead body. Yeah, his variant dead body. Yeah.
He does the magical weekend at Bernie's thing.
Yeah, that's. Okay. I don't think they're going to do anything that complicated. I don't know, but it's already weird enough having Robert Downey Jr. play him.
The DNC comes in and props him up. Yeah, okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Jersey to Bronx, there's one for you, Tommy. Jersey to Bronx gave us $10 and said, "What's the biggest long shot character who would absolutely love to be blown away by if they appeared in Doomsday or Secret Wars?"
This is getting back to something we were saying earlier. Do you think there's a better chance that we see the 2015 Fantastic Four cast or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? And I think
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, do you?
I think better
unless
chance.
They want to use the Maker. Yeah, I could maybe see them doing that, like legitimizing them finally.
Coulson, I mean, he's OG MCU.
Coulson, I would pop hard for
was
Coulson
there,
if he showed
and
up.
Yo-Yo.
I'd
What,
web
Tommy? I'm sorry.
bomb.
I was gonna say I would get very excited if Coulson came back.
That's not what you said.
Yeah, I said it pop hard. Like
Said you would pop hard.
Yeah.
I look. There's cast members with powers too who could show up in the final battle. Just give us a little bit of Daisy Johnson, like using her quake powers. That'd be cool. If Eric Bana's Hulk showed up, like if they're doing Hulk Land like they do in the comics, and like he's there, and they would probably have to do a CGI Lou Ferrigno, but like there's certain things they could do there where I'd be like, wow, that's kind of awesome. And
I do hope they show some restraint. Have you guys seen like those posters where they're like, oh, this movie's not meeting the hype, and then it says the hype, and they've got like Stranger Things in there, the cast of Friends. Like it's like,
right.
I hope they can show some restraint. Yeah.
Almost there. Also, Pablo gave us $5, said, "No question. I just want to say I've been subbed on ScreenCrush since before COVID and Colton for about a year and a half. Love the content. Thank you." You have agreed to give us another $2 and said, "Let's make Tommy bigger than Comic-Con. Make Tommy come bigger than Comic-Con." 3 Mar Shams gave us $8 Australian. Why not make Mephisto the next big bad? Sacha Baron Cohen. He could link to the Midnight Suns and Ghost Rider and the Avengers. We've already seen him. Definitely think he'll be the villain of Midnight Suns. He was great in that one. I mean, Ironheart's good. Ironheart deserves more attention.
That's the best chance we have at more Ironheart, I would think. Yeah.
Well, I'd say, I mean, forgetting about the Ironheart of it all, Sacha, if they do want to put Sacha Baron Cohen in the Ghost Rider movie, Sacha Baron Cohen and Ryan Gosling, that's a good cast.
Mm-hmm.
We also have to think about the fact, though, you have to be very careful where you put a character who is basically the devil in a movie, because there is a big middle of this country. There's China. That doesn't go over as well. Like when you have a character who's like damn near like Satan. But if you have him in a Midnight Suns movie where the bulk of the films are rated R and they're not like also like for kids, I think that's a perfect place to have him.
I don't know. I thought people would be a lot more offended by the ending of the Eternals than they were. They surprise you sometimes when it comes to your sci-fi and fantasy movies. We're almost there. Nikki Sawhill gave us $10 Canadian, said, "You think we'll ever see the MCU adapt more characters like the Living Tribunal or the One Above All?" Maybe. I thought Eternity would at least get to speak in his MCU debut. Maybe not. There's some weird cosmic characters out there. And Cod15 gave us $10 Canadian, said, "Hey, Screen Crush, love the content. Who do you think will be Doomsday? Doomsday's Red Skull from Infinity War appearance, a CGI character who can sneak in without being leaked. They can be an oh shit moment." We kind of just went over that.
Probably
I still think
Elmo.
the Red Skull should come back. Elmo would be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Why did we not think of that immediately? Or Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, like, yeah, Boba Fett should be in there.
Elmo riding on Boba Fett.
I want
shoulders.
Obadiah Stane variant. And he's like, or no, you have Dr. Doom. I want Dr. Doom yelling at a like lab rat saying, Reed Richards built this in a cave.
Yes.
Okay. Am I the only one who thinks Robert Downey Jr. is for sure going to be back playing Tony Stark in this film? Like, I think he's going to play against himself. I think in Secret Wars he's back.
I think Secret Wars for sure.
Yeah.
Because I think
There's no doubt in my mind.
Secret Wars, they're going to go whole hog. They're going to reunite the original Avengers. Scarlett Johansson's going to be there, Jeremy Renner, etc.
Do you think he's going to come out in his green suit and like everyone's going to be like, oh, Dr. Doom's going to be so bad in Secret Wars, and then the arc reactor is going to light up in the center of his chest or something like that? That's how they're going to show that he's back.
Pretty cool.
Look at me, Mr. Motorcycle, with another prediction. Vroom, vroom.
I think
wait a minute. How about this?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think there's a chance Tony Stark's in Doomsday.
Me too.
Just like toward the beginning of the film. Like not he's back. Just like something we didn't see from Endgame.
I don't know. We'll see. I think they might bring him back. If you got Downey Jr. coming back, you might as well. I'm still waiting for Nick Fury to be like, I told you, Mr. Stark, you're part of a bigger universe. And then blah, everybody comes out. Like, they kind of got that in Endgame. But
they have to end it with the original, what they shot for Iron Man, where he's like, between radioactive bug bites, assorted mutants. And
the Real Everton gave us £5 and said David Johnson, some of the best casting they've ever done. Great actor. And Robbie Reyes from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. better get a send-off in Secret Wars or Doomsday. You never know. And Nick Cody Comedy gave us $5. This is our last super chat of the night. Said, really hope Doomsday give us the longer way to return of Madison with 2 N's and a Y, but it's not what you think.
Yes.
Okay.
Johnson has such a deep voice. I meant to mention this earlier, that is perfect for Black Panther. So I'm very excited for that. Yeah.
I am too. So from tonight, guys, just to round up, they gave us a lot to talk about. I think they were smart to save Black Panther for so late in the night. That's obviously the first movie confirmed after Secret Wars. Confirmed. Like, here's a date, not just like, oh, we're making X-Men. Here's the director. What were your takeaways from tonight? Did anything surprise you? Is there anything that you thought we would get and didn't? Or any other final thoughts on the Doomsday reveals we got?
I think the early announcement of Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, just like having him be like, he's confirmed, here he is, he's here with the cast right now. It's not going to be, not having that be a surprise makes me think that, well, one, it's kind of like, let's put to bed these Robert Downey Jr. and Ryan Reynolds hate each other set rumors or whatever, where they're like, because remember that was like a week ago where they're like, it is true, 2 actors almost got in a fist fight on set, and now here they're both at Comic-Con together. So
do you guys?
Sorry.
Do you think Ryan Reynolds was in the audience as a cosplayer?
Where is Thor? Second question. Moving on. This seems an awfully expensive way to announce a film. When do you start filming?
I won't play the whole thing, but yeah, that's him out there, and he's coming up like he's asking a question, and he's like talking, and then Downey goes, "Was there a question in there?"
What I love about this, I mean, not to keep picking this at the one moment, this is like a pure Comic-Con moment. The other stuff, it's great. It's announcements. I love all the things that we heard tonight, but this is the kind of thing you think about later on, like you think about Tom Hiddleston coming out as Logan.
Exactly.
You think about
Andrew Garfield
as Doom. Andrew Garfield's in the audience. And this is the same sort of thing. It's a weird costume that not everybody knows, so it gets you talking and gets your brain buzzing, and it's fun. That's
his personal like gray Deadpool costume, because that's the same costume he wore when they announced that he was working on a third Deadpool film, and they did that promo of him sitting there at the typewriter. So I think that's like a suit that he just like has in his personal collection or something. And it's got the Canada patch on it.
Yeah, and he like stole they like leaked the Deadpool test footage on purpose. Like, he's been instrumental from the start of making sure this gets made. If he's in it, it's a lock. Hugh Jackman is too. I think. But, all in all, though, I'm glad that they didn't like drop another trailer. I'm glad that they didn't focus on the TV stuff. They kept it on movies. They know they've got next month for TV. They usually do that at D23. I'm pumped. I'm feeling great about all this. And the Ryan Gosling, they didn't give a date for that though, but shaping up like it looks like they're a lot more focused than they have been in the past few years. And I'm looking forward to what's coming next.
Well, that's the thing that I was going to say is I'm glad they also didn't put up like a phase map or anything. You know, we all loved that when that was happening, but the fact that we're like, we've got Ghost Rider, we're working on it with reliable people. We got Doomsday, which you know is coming out, and we've got Black Panther with, again, reliable people and a very firm date for it. And that's pretty much it. That's great.
Not to mention the Spaceballs announcement and their cinematic universe chart. Really, I mean, let's see if I can pull it up here real quick. Like,
yeah, I like.
No, I can't even find a good picture of it. Yeah,
that they didn't announce like 50 things. Like, I think that's good. Yeah, I like that as well.
I think people are tired of that. They don't want to feel like they have homework or anything else to do. They want to know that, like, hey, we're making good movies, not a ton of movies.
I also think it's a lose-lose for Disney and Marvel to do something like that, because the second they post an image like that, the immediate knee-jerk criticism begins from the now very provable monetization effort to just be negative about everything. So you're basically feeding troll YouTube channels 8 projects to bash and guess and make all sorts of wrong assumptions about. So why would they do that? Ever?
Yeah, I'm personally disappointed because I had a lot of stuff planned for after the stream. I had a lot of pre-made like teardrop thumbnails and everything. Yeah,
it's a shame though, because I remember when they did the Phase 3 announcement. You know, that was a big event, and they did the whole like switcheroo with the Civil War title. That was so exciting, and it used to be. And I think what they're doing is they're going, no, we're treating Phase 7 like it's Phase 1. We're going into it slow. We're doing it the right way, and then we'll build up to that big. Hey, here's the Avengers movie we're building toward.
Phase 3's was earned. Phase 4's was not. I take that back. It was earned, but they did not stick the landing on it. They took it for granted. And I think they learned from that mistake.
I think it was the corporation who took it for granted and insisted
of course.
that they stretch it thin.
I think this gets back to, I don't know if it was exactly the first question that we got, but it was one of the first questions about, is Marvel so back? And I think what this shows, what this presentation shows, is that Marvel realized they need to change the way that they're doing things. That whatever you think about it, it wasn't quite working. Things have to evolve over time. And if that evolution is just slowing down and assessing and being more calculated and intentional about your projects, that's a great thing to be doing.
Alex, I think that was our third question. You said it was our
I'll log off.
Very embarrassing.
Let's go back to someone who's been watching the whole time.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much. It's been so much fun. I wish I'd been in Hall H, but being here with you guys was even
one of these years, boys. We're all going.
We're all going. We're going to be invited.
Next year at Hall H.
Yes.
All right, Alex.
Yes.
Oh, shit, Alex, you got to go. Or are you still on the phone?
Actually, I'm calling James Gunn now. I have an idea for a DC cinematic universe. I call it the DC.
Interesting. Talk to you later. Thank you so much.
DCCU.
Tommy, welcome back, man. I hope you're around a lot more.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. It's great to be back. Janet, what are you doing here? And why are you swinging a Morning Star? Guys, I better check on this. I'll see you next week. I love everyone.
You got to deal with that. Love you too. Bye. And Colton, you can find Colton here on the channel all the time. Have a good day, man. Have a good Sunday tomorrow.
Thanks, man. You too.
I'm going to talk to you later. And we want to hear from you guys. What did you think about all the announcements? Are you disappointed, excited? I mean, I'm pretty pumped about Ghost Rider. I'm pretty pumped about Black Panther 3, especially since it's going to be shot on film. And I'm getting psyched about Doomsday. I was really reluctant and cynical about the movie, but everything I'm seeing seems like they're doing Dr. Doom so damn right. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments or on our free join Discord server. And don't forget, we got great new drops at our merch store that we showed off earlier. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe, smash that bell for alerts. For ScreenCrush, I'm Ryan Airy. Play outro and